He is eminently qualified.
Meeting began last hour. The new chair of the committee, Dr. Kirk Milhound, is attending virtually. So Dr. Robert Malone serving as chairperson today and tomorrow.
I want to formally open this meeting by acknowledging the principles that must guide ACIP's work: evidence, transparency, and a willingness to look critically at the data before us to ensure that the recommendations we make are grounded in evidence-based science and best medical practices.
The work group is tasked with looking into the safety and efficacy of the hepatitis B vaccine's first dose that's given at birth. The work group is presenting its findings. The panel may vote to remove the birth dose recommendation or delay the vaccine until a later age. It is 40 degrees right now in Midtown Atlanta. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards says the rain is on the way to the metro area and will stick with us into tomorrow. Today's high will stay in the upper 40s. Tonight's low gets into the upper 30s. Atlanta's most accurate, dependable forecast is coming up. Also new this morning, federal authorities announcing they've arrested a Virginia man in connection with the placement of a pair of pipe bombs outside the headquarters of the Republican and Democratic National Committees. Of course, this happened on the night before the U.S. Capitol riot back in 2021. The FBI had offered a $500,000 reward for information leading to a suspect's arrest. Surveillance images had shown a person wearing a hoodie, pants, mask, and sunglasses leaving the devices, and now it appears a suspect has been arrested. Well, not everyone is a fan this morning, but changes are in the works for Atlanta Public Schools to deal with declining enrollment as the board votes to close, consolidate, or repurpose a total of 16 different schools.
The final vote comes after months of public meetings, but some parents like Demisha Lesser say schools in predominantly black neighborhoods like Dunbar Elementary are being unfairly targeted.
The lifeline for our families is about to close.
On Atlanta's north side, Joe York's upset about repurposing Jackson Primary Elementary, which has lost students over the last few years.
Our families are unique in that they have financial and geographic means to quickly pull their kids out into a plethora of other private school options.
But he says they're one economic downturn from an enrollment rebound. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
Well, it almost went the entire year, but the state of Georgia is set to hold its first execution of 2025. A date's been set for the execution of Stacey Humphreys, who's convicted of killing two Cobb County real estate agents 22 years ago. Cindy Williams and Lori Brown were killed in the sales office of a model home in Powder Springs back in 2003. Humphreys is set to be executed on December 19th, 2 weeks from tomorrow. Members of Congress look for more answers today on Capitol Hill about the controversial double strike on the suspected drug boat from Venezuela in the Caribbean.
The top Navy admiral who ordered that second strike on the alleged drug boat, that's Admiral Frank Bradley, is on Capitol Hill today to brief lawmakers about the administration's campaign against drug traffickers in the Caribbean. He's sure to face tough questions about the legality of his orders, and some lawmakers are calling that a war crime.
Correspondent Charlie Daggett says it appears the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff will accompany Bradley to today's hearing. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has been criticized for that strike, although he claims he did not order it. And Stranger Things has done it again. The Netflix hit has once again stirred up renewed interest in songs that were released decades ago, after being featured last week in the recently released Season 5. Streaming of the late 70s Diana Ross hit Upside Down is up almost 400% today. Streams of other hits, including ABBA's Fernando and Tiffany's I Think We're Alone Now, have also jumped. Kate Bush's Running Up That Hill saw a major spike following past seasons of Stranger Things. It's 9:03. Mark Arum Show begins in less than 2 minutes. But first, live team coverage of traffic and weather, starting the WSB 24-hour traffic center in Smile. Mark McKay.
Airport slowdowns on 285. Judd will start to clear now that we've cleared a crash. Two left lanes back open. I-285 eastbound past I-75, but the outer loop is all stacked up back toward Riverdale Road, exit 60. Still seeing leftover slow traffic on the inner loop through Smyrna. 285 northbound slow as you approach South Cobb Drive through I-75. And a bit of a struggle still through Doraville on 285 west, leaving I-85 past exit 31 Peachtree Boulevard. Latest out of downtown, Ashley Frasca.
Stop and go, still crowded on 75-85 northbound, beginning past 166 Langford Parkway, right past I-20 as you head into that Grady Hospital curve. It looks like new trouble on the left shoulder, I-20 westbound before Moreland Avenue, a little bit slow there all the way to the downtown connector, and 85 south, you're running into a crowd at North Druid Hills. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies today with a few hit or miss rain showers, high 49. Lows tonight in the upper 30s with light rain showers moving through. Tomorrow, cloudy and rainy with some heavier downpours at times, high 45. Drying out on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies, high near 50.
38 degrees right now in Grayson, 36 in Ackworth, 40 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 9:05. More news at 9:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome, friends. Chilly Thursday edition of the Mark Aram Show. For the next 3 hours, we have a ton of news to get you caught up to date on, including the breaking news you heard from Chris Chandler in Atlanta's Morning News. Sources telling ABC News that there has been an arrest in that January 6th pipe bomb case. You might remember the blurry video footage of some shady character in a hoodie planting pipe bombs in front of the DNC and the RNC the day before January 6th. But apparently a suspect has been arrested. Federal authorities have arrested a Virginia man in connection with the placement of those 2 pipe bombs outside the headquarters of the Republican Democratic National Committees the night before January 6th. The fact that it's a man offers clarification, because the footage was so grainy and old school looking, like we didn't even know the gender of the suspect. But again, this just breaking. Federal authorities have arrested a Virginia man placing those pipe bombs the night before January 6th. And all that occurred on January 6th, we don't need to get into that. Natalie Brand from CBS News is going to join us live in 1 hour. Oh, and we're going to get Brad Garrett at 9:12. He is the ABC terrorism analyst. We had originally scheduled Brad to update the National Guard shooting, but this just broke. So Brad's going to join us in just a couple of minutes and talk about 2 big stories. We do have new developments in the National Guard shooting and the breaking news you heard live here on Atlanta's Morning News. A Virginia man has been arrested in the planting of those pipe bombs back on January 5th. Let me set up the rest of the show. Oh, my goodness. We got a huge show for you. Joining us in studio, former Atlanta United goalie Brad Guzan is going to be live in studio. I wore a collared shirt. I'm trying to look the most athletic I can.
Well, you were a former Division I athlete.
I was
yes.
a former Division. And the only other time I met Brad was at Costco. We were doing the Clark Howard Costco tour.
Did he come on the shopping trip with you?
No, we just ran into him. And we were doing the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta tour with Costco in Dunwoody with Clark, and Sanjay came in because he donated. And Sanjay recognized him. He's like, because he's a big soccer guy. He's like, that's Brad Guzan. And I was like, oh, all right. He's like, should I say anything to him? I'm like, yeah, it's, you're Sanjay. You're the same level of celebrity. And he went and took a selfie. It looks like a Photoshop, because Sanjay's tiny, and Brad he's a goalie. He's like 6'4", 6. Anyway, he's going to be in studio, and we're going to talk to, this is very exciting, one of the greatest shows of the 21st century. I don't think that's hyperbole. Easily, right? One of the greatest shows of the 21st century, Yellowstone. We're going to talk to Jimmy from Yellowstone, actor Jefferson White. Love that show so much. And I've caught up on Landman, by the way. That might be better than Yellowstone. It's on that trajectory. But speaking of Clark Howard, actually, as I left the show yesterday, I had to go to a funeral and up in Woodstock. And so after the show, I was dressed like a schlub, as I usually am during the show. And then I went into the big stall in the men's bathroom and changed it into my suit and dumped my jeans and my sweatshirt under my desk to go to the funeral in Woodstock. And I'm halfway up 75, and I realize I don't have my wallet with me. And I'm driving Sanjay's car, which I'm sure is fully licensed and regulated and up to speed and emissions and all that. But I'm like, this is a bad situation. I have no identification on me, and I'm not driving my car. If I get pulled over, this could end badly. Unless the officer that pulls me over recognizes me, I'm going to the Hooskow, because that's happened to me in the past. So I called the traffic center and I said, Alex, can you see if my wallet is in my jeans? And he said, okay. So he goes under my desk. I'm on the phone with him. He's like, hey, your wallet's here. I'm like, oh, good, thank you. And then he's like, he's smart. He's like, do you want me to text you a picture of your license? So if you get pulled over, you at least can show, hey, that's me. I'm the chubby guy in this license. And I was like, that's brilliant, Alex. So he sent it to me, and so I felt more at ease driving all the way up 75 and 575, knowing that I could identify myself, if not with a real ID or just a picture of my license. And then I get to the funeral, and Clark Howard was there, and I was telling him the story, and he lambasted me. He's like, why don't you have
Why don't you have the digital ID?
on your phone.
Yeah, Georgia's one of the first states to do that.
I knew about that, but I didn't know the mechanism. You have it on
Well, if
your
Clark
phone.
says it, then I'm all for it,
Yeah.
right? If anyone else would be like, I don't know. But the fact that Clark said it's okay and it's good, then I'm like, okay, then I'll do it.
I mean,
it was really easy to download.
I have everything else on my phone.
Yeah,
it just
exactly.
makes like all my credit cards. So I was like, oh, Clark's going to ask me to go to lunch, and I'm not going to let him pay. I'm like, oh, I can pay with my phone. But do you have, Longoria, do you have your driver's license on green card?
I do not have
your
any
stuff
of my,
on there?
any of my cards and identification on my phone. No.
Yeah. So Deborah has it. You're going to walk me through the process?
It was very,
hopefully?
you just have to log in and put your information in.
All right.
Yeah, it's very easy.
But-
Vinny probably has it.
I would imagine most smart people like Deborah and Clark
I
have
have
it.
it on my watch.
You do have it on your watch?
Yeah.
I'm not getting an Apple Watch. But this happened to me before in college. I was telling Deborah before the show, freshman year, I borrowed my dorm mate's. He was not my roommate. He was on my dorm floor. He was the only freshman that had a car, and I had to, drive home to get my baseball uniform. And I'm 17 years old, and I get pulled over for speeding. And I left my wallet in the dorm room. And the officer's like, do you have any way to identify yourself? And I had my name written in my baseball hat. I'm like, I'm Mark Arum. It's written. He's like, that's not your name written in Sharpie on your baseball hat is not a valid form of identification. I'm like, oh, and it turns out that the car I was driving was unregistered, uninsured, and Andy had a bottle of Jack Daniels in the trunk.
That's why he lent it to you.
And so I'm 17 with no identification, an unregistered car. I got taken to jail. And
even as a minor?
They had no proof that I was a minor. I was like, I'm 17. They're like, well, so they took me to the Poughkeepsie jail, and I had to call my my roommate to be like, hey, come bring my wallet to get me out of jail. So he did, and all the charges went away because I said this was Andy's car. I didn't know. The bottle was unopened. I didn't. Anyway, but it was just, so that was, goodness gracious, 35 years ago or whatever. So in my head, if I don't have my license, I freak out like I'm having PTSD of spending the afternoon in the Poughkeepsie County lockup. The only time I've ever been behind bars.
I feel like the Poughkeepsie County lockout would be better than they were going to take you here.
I don't know. Poughkeepsie is really not a great. But you know what? I misremember. I was never behind bars. They like sat me on a couch in They had one of the temporary trailers outside the actual police department, and I was just sitting on a couch, not handcuffed or anything. I was just sitting there waiting. Anyway, get your digital ID, folks, from Clark Howard. Speaking of digital ID, Peter Greenberg, travel expert, is going to join us live at 10:35. We've got a ton of questions to talk to Peter about, including what Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says about people, the way they dress. Brad Garrett is on the phone in the newsroom, so if we can pull him up somehow, or Deborah's going to work on that. In the meantime, let's check in with John Decker from our White House correspondent, John Decker. John, a name that I had not heard about for a long time is now in the vernacular. Admiral Frank Bradley set to testify in front of congressmen today, talking about that weird double tap story on the narco boats. What do we know, and are we going to be able to watch this?
Well, it's a classified briefing, so no, it won't be made public. Now, it can be summarized without violating elements of the classified material that's provided to senators on the Senate Armed Services Committee. And what we're likely to hear from senators who serve on that committee after this briefing that's provided by Admiral Bradley is whether they're satisfied or not. That doesn't violate in any way the rules of classification. If they're dissatisfied with his explanations, then this problem persists and continues. One way, I think, to clear up anything in terms of concerns or questions about what happened on September 2nd with those two strikes on that alleged drug boat is by providing senators, at the very least, with video concerning both of those strikes. We have not seen that video yet. They have not seen that video yet. The public has not seen that video yet. But that would certainly clear up a lot of questions that people have regarding what happened on September the 2nd.
Would it be up to the Admiral or the Defense Secretary to release that video? Who has the power to release that video to lawmakers?
Well, President Trump was asked this very question yesterday. He was asked this question in the Oval Office about whether or not he would order the release of that second video, and he said, I have no problem with that. So he's the commander-in-chief. If he wants to release it, it'll be released. It's as simple as that.
President Trump, Pete Hegseth, some are critically saying they're scapegoating this admiral and laying all of the second tap decisions on his shoulders. Hey, John, I'm sorry I'm going to interrupt. We got to update the breaking news. We'll get back to John Decker and the story about the double tap vote, but we are following this breaking news out of D.C. It broke during Atlanta's morning news. Authorities have arrested a man in Virginia, suspect in the January 6th pipe bomb case. Again, federal authorities have arrested a Virginia man in connection with the placement of those 2 pipe bombs outside of the RNC and DNC. Joining us live from ABC's crime and terrorism analyst, Brad Garrett. Brad, thanks for jumping on this breaking news, my friend.
No problem.
Did you have any indication? Were your sources, did you know this was coming down this morning?
I knew something was going to happen. I didn't know specifically. Typically what happens in these cases that are, like in this case, 5 years old, is did they develop a source? Did somebody come forward? Did they develop or somebody come to them that's maybe friends, associate, family member, etc., of the person they've charged, who then give you additional information, which maybe allow you to search phone records, to search cell phone hits back on that date. So several things would have had to have gone together, obviously, to come up with enough probable cause to say that this person is the bomber or the would-be bomber.
Yeah, and you mentioned, it was a long time ago. There was grainy surveillance video. Heck, we didn't even know if it was a man or a woman. Refresh the listener's memory. Whatever happened with these pipe bombs? Did they ever go off? Was anyone ever injured?
No, they were both discovered. And in fact, one of them, at the time, Vice President Harris actually drove by one of them at one point. But neither one of them went off. They were both discovered, and then EOD disposed of them. And to your point, they've said they haven't been able to find anybody until recently. So something broke. That's typically, I've worked these cold cases before. You just get lucky, and somebody comes forward, or you get a phone number, and you start tracking it down, and you see that cell phone was, in the area of the Capitol, prior to January 6th of 2021. And you start putting the case together. And obviously they came up with enough probable cause to arrest this person today.
Brad Garrett from ABC News joining us live on the Mark Arum Show, updating the breaking news: arrest of a Virginia man on those January 5th pipe bombs that were discovered prior to everything that went down on January 6th. Brad, I don't have to tell you, there was a lot of conspiracy theories around this alleged bomber, in the last 5 years. Dan Bongino, when he was in his podcast form, often talked about that. Now he is with the FBI. Do you think maybe it was Bongino that kept the fire burning on this investigation?
Well, who knows? I mean, as you well know, there's all that stuff about what it is or is not with no facts is just talk. And it's really hard to say. Here's what happens many times in long-term unsolved cases is that, life is about relationships, right? And so sometimes relationships go south. And let's just say that the suspect got into it with somebody that actually knew that he was the right guy, and maybe he or she came forward. It's things like that. That's why it's always important in cases to go back to the people you've talked to in the past to see if something new has come up. So we'll see. I don't know if that's the case here, but it's things like that do break cases.
So we're seeing sources this is how ABC News broke it. They got sources tipping off to this. Have we yet heard confirmation from the FBI, and do you expect it to come shortly if we haven't already?
I think we're going to hear something shortly. It's too big a case, and people want the word to get out for political reasons or whatever it might be. So my sense, you're going to maybe know something later today.
And I would just imagine the fact that they were able to, break or crack this cold case is, something that the FBI or federal authorities would take pride in. Like, hey, we did this. We've got a suspect after all these years.
Yeah, there's not a shortage of the current folks taking a glory laps. So I expect to see a lap in this.
Understood. Brad Garrett, crime and terrorism analyst for ABC News. Brad, thanks for jumping on with this breaking news, my friend.
Anytime.
All right. If we get any more updates on that, again, this is just through sources to ABC News. We're seeing collaboration now from other news outlets, including CNN. But if the FBI comes out and confirms this, obviously a big deal. 5-year-old cold case on those pipe bombs outside of the RNC and DNC. All right. It's a little late checking traffic. My humble apologies. Let's get the latest now from Mike Shields.
And good morning, Mark. Watching delays form in DeKalb County. Roadwork setting up. Once again, no surprise here. I-20 eastbound getting past Panola Road. Delays starting to form as they do a slow traffic pace to set up that roadwork that was in a left lane yesterday. We'll see which lane they're blocking today. You can always use Covington Highway as an alternate getting into Stonecrest and Lithonia. Making your way towards the city, I-20 westbound on Moreland Avenue had a crash clear from the shoulder. This support is brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about their support of common threads and nutrition education at anthem.com/dream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia Incorporated. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
When we came up with the idea for Clark's Christmas Kids 35 years ago, I told myself we were going to help every foster child across the state. But we need your help. To find out how you can make a child's Christmas wishes come true, visit WSBradio.com.
Hey folks, it's Scott Slade with another great tip from my friends at Myland, Atlanta's local experts for home loans. So many people have credit card balances they don't pay off every month, which makes holidays more stressful than they could be or should be. The guys at Myland say a great product to use to reduce the amount you pay is a home equity line of credit, or HELOC. This allows you to use the equity in your home to pay off high-interest credit card debt without touching your first mortgage. HELOCs are typically easier and faster to close than a full mortgage, so you can expect to get cash much faster. Whether you want to pay off debts or handle large expenses, HELOCs can be a great tool to use. To find out if one is right for you, call Myland at 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Or online at myland.com. Spell it M-I-L-E-N-D. And please tell them I sent you. NMLS Georgia Residential Mortgage License C148769, located at 8995 Westside Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. Myland is an equal housing lender.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Hey, friends, have you filed an insurance claim for a roof replacement only to be denied? Are you not sure what to do? You're not alone. Dr. Roof here to help. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Dr. Roof specializes in reviewing the storm damage and getting your roof replaced. They've been around for over 37 years and can help you with all of your options. Don't settle for a denied or partial insurance claim. Get the roof you deserve with Dr. Roof, online at drroof.com.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now the company's changed, or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Hey, it's Smilin' Mark McKay, and I'm so excited to be part of the 35th year of Clark's Christmas Kids. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk, and Scana Energy invite you to join us in making sure every child in Georgia gets a visit from Santa. This year, we encourage you to join Scana Energy employees by shopping on-site at any of the 3 Walmart locations for those who would like to shop in person or shop virtually. Either way, you'll be able to see the child that you're shopping for and what that child really wants from Santa. Join Clark, WSB Radio, and Scana Energy so that every child receives a gift this holiday. We really need you to help provide gifts for the thousands of kids in the Georgia foster care system. A special thanks to Scana Energy for years of partnership with Clark's Christmas Kids. For the 3 Walmart locations, dates, and times, or to shop online, visit clarkschristmaskids.com. That's clarkschristmaskids.com.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Imagine you're in
Had a
snow.
very
You
shiny
prance along,
nose.
you get thirsty, you spot a little brook, you put your little dear lips down to the cool, clear water.
Bam! Happy 61st birthday to Marissa Tomei. You sighed. Why are you sighing, Deborah?
She doesn't look that
No.
old, but I love her in all of her films. I love her.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I just started watching the original Lincoln Lawyer movie with Matthew McConaughey, and she's in that. She's 61, so one of my roommates in college, John Gambaro, lived in Brooklyn and grew up in the same block as Marissa Tomei, and he was 8 years younger. But he said every guy had a crush on her growing up. Like
I think every guy still has a crush
yeah,
on
sure.
her.
But this is
yeah.
before she became famous, like when she was a teenager. But happy 61st birthday to Marissa Tomei. She gets a lot of heat for winning Best Supporting Actress in My Cousin Vinny.
That is a great movie.
It is great performance.
Where she figures out the case, right?
Yeah. And she almost started dating George Costanza. Like she would have, but he was engaged. So happy 61st birthday to Marissa Tomei. All right, we're going to continue to follow the breaking news. The suspect arrested in those January 5th pipe bombs outside the DNC and RNC. We're going to go live back to D.C. after the news at 10 and check in with Natalie Brand for the latest on that. And we're going to continue to update. The Admiral is going to be on Capitol Hill today talking to lawmakers behind closed doors. Classified briefing. Try to get down to the bottom of that controversial double tap strike on September 2nd against that narco boat. So still a story bubbling there. When we come back, though, big local story. We talked about this throughout the 45-day government shutdown, Deborah. How much that shutdown cost Delta, our hometown airlines. We've got the numbers. We've got the story. Emma Hurt from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution covering it joins us live next on The Mark Arum Show.
Mother and child.
MSC Cruises Black Friday sale is here with the best deal of the year. Cruise from $199. Plus, get up to $1,000 onboard credit and kids sail free. Experience MSC Cruises' signature blend of European style and American comfort, from global flavors to Broadway-style shows and more. Book your next holiday to must-see destinations like the Caribbean, Europe, and beyond. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Imagine all that could change in 5 years. Jobs could change, kids will grow, new memes, of course, going to come out. But also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price did not change for 5 long years? Hey, it's Mark Arum here. Thanks to Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need it the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Wi-Fi from Xfinity in the Arum household for now and the next 5 years for the same price. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices and no one battling for bandwidth. All of this coming with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Online, all the information at Xfinity.com, Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Hey, if you're bringing some friends over to tailgate this fall or cook out or having the family for Thanksgiving later, do what I've just done and call Wise Guys Pro Wash. They've gotten my house and driveway, my patio spotless, even the wooden gates out back. They even cleaned the roof, and I didn't even have to be there. The crew used the top equipment in the industry in their soft wash and kept my home safe and damage-free. You call them. First-time customers mention my name, Chris Chandler, and book now to get $70 off your first wash at wiseguysprowash.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 9:30. I'm Judd Hickenbotham. News this half hour brought to you by Dr. Roof. Our top story, getting more information on this morning's breaking news, where federal officials say an arrest has been made involving the person who left pipe bombs outside both the Republican and Democratic national committees in Washington, D.C. Now, this happened on the eve of the U.S. Capitol riot almost 5 years ago. Justice correspondent Scott McFarland notes while the bombs did not detonate, they definitely had an impact.
Those devices detoured, derailed, and distracted police at a sensitive moment. They were discovered just as the riotous mob was approaching.
No specific details have been announced about the suspect other than to say it's a man from Virginia. The FBI had offered a $500,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in this case. There was no arrest for almost 5 years, but announcement this morning, there has been one. It is 41 degrees in Midtown Atlanta. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards says the rain moves in later today for the metro area. It'll stick with us into tomorrow. Today's high won't make it to 50. The low tonight dips back into the upper 30s. Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast is coming up. Also happening now here in Atlanta this hour, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices meeting at CDC headquarters on a possible vote to recommend changes to the vaccine schedule for newborns, particularly involving the hepatitis B vaccine. The panel was handpicked by Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Almost happened last September, but was postponed at the last minute. Then the panel's Dr. Robert Malone saying this morning,
"We're not here to reach quick conclusions. We're here to reach accurate ones and to provide independent assessment and advice to the director and to the public."
If it votes to change the vaccine schedule, it would be a major public health shift dating back more than 30 years. We'll keep you posted today on what, if anything, is decided. An Atlanta family makes a push to change a dangerous intersection along Roswell Road.
In September, a Mount Vernon High School student died when his motorcycle collided with an SUV at the intersection of Roswell Road and Laurel Forest Circle. Now, Benjamin Reiser's father, Scott, is asking the Atlanta Fatal Crash Review Commission to help the effort to make changes.
It is a blind curve. Lots of vegetation needs to be cut back.
Even before the 16-year-old died, his aunt had concerns.
And I always thought to myself, wow, a lot of accidents happen there.
There are calls for a traffic signal and making it a right turn only out of the neighborhood. A change petition has garnered thousands of signatures. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
And speaking of changes to traffic patterns happening today, a community meeting from Georgia DOT updates commuters on a massive project that would transform what is ranked as the 10th worst truck bottleneck in the entire country. Improvements to the I-285, I-20 corridor on the west side will include reconstruction and widening of several ramps and adding new lanes as well. The community meeting starts at 6 p.m. tonight. That's at 3900 Aviation Circle. That's at the Fulton County Airport, formerly known as Charlie Brown Airport. It's 9:33 as we check your money. A good start on Wall Street this morning. Dow was up more than 100 points as the bell rings. S&P is up slightly. NASDAQ is up slightly as well. Now live team coverage of traffic and weather. Start the WSB 24-hour traffic center and Mike Shields.
And Judd, new crash on the east side perimeter in Clarkson, 285 northbound the outer loop right at Highway 29, Lawrenceville Highway. That's exit 38. Following several vehicles right now, one left lane is blocked, but I wouldn't be surprised if at least two left lanes get blocked with this, and the delays start back as you leave Memorial Drive. Also seeing delays on I-20 into Cobb County with roadwork setting up. I-20 eastbound past Panola Road. You're bumper to bumper 3 miles back to Wesley Chapel Road. Covington Highway is always an easy alternate to avoid the delays between I-285 and Stonecrest. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy and cool today, high 49. A few hit-or-miss rain showers for this afternoon. They'll continue into the evening hours, lows tonight in the upper 30s. Tomorrow, cloudy and cold, highs limited to the mid-40s. Scattered rain showers for tomorrow afternoon, tapering off in the evening hours. Dry but cloudy for Saturday, high near 50.
Currently 38 degrees in Lithonia, 40 in Union City, 41 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 9:34. More news at 10. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
He's the guy at the desk next to you.
It's not as bad as it could be.
He's your co-pilot for the ride home.
Hey, the ladies are at home. Let's smoke cigars.
Eric Von Hessler.
Some sort of cultural affirmation. Yes, I am this kind of man.
Today at 3.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Still to come, the latest on the arrest of the suspect in the pipe bombing incident from 5 years ago in D.C. But straight ahead, how much money did the government shutdown cost Delta Airlines? We'll tell you in 2 minutes on the Mark Arum Show.
Ashley Frasca for Atlanta's premium sod supplier, NG Turf, harvesting Tiff-Tuff Bermuda and Zeon Zoysia year-round. It can even be installed when it's dormant. NG Turf offers a springtime green-up guarantee so you can install with confidence. Shop at ngturf.com.
Findlay Roofing. The Roof guys are proud to support Clark's Christmas Kids again this year. Findlay will donate at least $15,000 to Clark's Christmas Kids. Time to replace your roof? Please think of Findlay first. FindlayRoofing.com.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170 to claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now, 404-400-1170.
The Atlanta Symphony Orchestra warmly invites you to revel in the joy of the season at the Coca-Cola Holiday Concerts. Enjoy beloved carols, hymns, orchestral favorites, and more. Starting December 11th at Symphony Hall. Details at aso.org.
Come shop this weekend at the Lakewood 400 Antiques and Gift Show. You'll enjoy Christmas shopping like no other place in Atlanta. 500 booths brimming with amazing gifts and breathtaking Christmas decor. Don't miss it this weekend. 2 miles south of Cumming on Highway 9.
Hey everyone, it's your buddy Shelly Winter here. Join me this Saturday at noon for the Car Guys with Kevin Deutsch from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Buy or lease, fix or sell, everything you want to know about cars, we will cover Saturday noon to 1 right here on 95.5 WSB.
9:37 on the Mark Arum Show. Coming up in 30 minutes, going live to D.C. The latest on the breaking news. A suspect has been arrested in those pre-January 6th pipe bombs in D.C. And then right after we go live to D.C., Deborah, we have more tickets to give away around 10:17-ish.
Yeah, Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
December 14th, courtesy of the Mark Arum Show at 95.5 WSB. Later on the show, we're going to talk to Jefferson White, actor. He is Jimmy from Yellowstone. And Brad Guzan, former Atlanta United goalie, is going to be live in studio previewing the World Cup. So much to talk about today, including getting some information from our hometown airline, Delta Airlines. Deborah, you and I talked during the entire 45-day government shutdown, the record-breaking shutdown. I kept asking, this is going to crush Delta financially. I personally, remember, I had to cancel my flight.
Oh, yeah, you had to change your flight.
And Delta was great about it. No fees, no penalties. They gave me all my money back and the miles and all that. But we finally got an answer to how much that government shutdown cost Delta Airlines. Joining us live on the show, she covers planes, trains, and automobiles for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, our buddy Emma Hurt. Emma, good morning. Thanks for your time.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks for having me.
First off, how did you get this information? Did Delta provide the information? Did you ask them?
Yeah. No. Delta announced this at an investor conference yesterday. They filed an SEC filing to disclose it to investors. Hey, expect to see this hit in our next quarter. And we've been waiting for this number. We knew, it was going to be a lot. As you referenced, this was not something Delta and all the other airlines were expecting to have to eat the cost of. But they did. As you remember, there were FAA capacity cut mandates across the busiest airports in the country, and these airlines all were quite generous in flexibility. So that cost them money, and it was $200 million at the end of the day for Delta. Yeah.
So $200 million off the books for Delta in calendar year 2025. But I would imagine the investors were expecting it, right? Knowing that, hey, the government was shut down for 45 days. We had the mandated flight restrictions from the transportation secretary. It probably didn't catch investors off guard.
No, they've all been waiting for this, and they'll see it across other airlines as well. But it's a one-time cost, as we say, as they say often. I think the bigger picture story, though, is like this is just the latest of things that the airline industry has been hit with this year that they were not expecting, and that is arguably not their fault. We start with tariffs and the volatility that came. Actually, even before that, there were the crashes, and the dampening demand as a result. So this has been quite a roller coaster of a year for this industry and for Delta.
Emma Hurt from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. I'm an unabashed fan of Delta. I'm a Delta loyalist. I have been my whole life. But I know, I have a lot of friends that work at Delta, whether they're pilots or flight attendants, ground crew, et cetera. But they're tied in financially to Delta's success. When Delta made the announcement of the loss during the government shutdown, did that impact the stock price at all?
I haven't checked the stock this morning, Mark. We should check that.
I'm going to check it right now.
Check it right now. I would love to know. But I will say again, I think this was expected, and investors, stock price investors are looking for larger structural issues, and this was a one-off thing, at least for now, assuming, the next government shutdown, if it comes again, we find a way to pay air traffic controllers and TSA agents during that shutdown so that this doesn't happen again. It's something that Ed Bastian is advocating for. But it's nothing, I would imagine it's nothing like the hit that their stock took earlier this year with tariffs and the kind of broad global uncertainty that really was showing structural concerns with demand for flights, which really starts to get people worried about year-end numbers. And
of that partnership with Aeromexico that you and I talked about. All right, so Delta stock's down 2 cents right now to 64.47. Okay. I don't know if that's how it's been trading over the last 52 weeks or not. You mentioned the air traffic controllers. Are they going to be getting the $10,000 bonus? Do we know that President Trump promised to all the air traffic controllers that didn't call out sick?
Yeah, I've been trying to chase this down, and it's still active. I mean, there's also that there was a bonus offered for TSA officers, and I know that each airport kind of nominated people for this. I know that back pay has flowed in as promised, but the bonus is, as you know, it was a bit controversial because a lot of the controllers and federal employees who didn't show up, they didn't show up because they didn't want to. They didn't show up because perhaps they needed to pay their bills and they needed to, take care of their kids. It wasn't, and so the idea of punishing people for that was controversial. So that's still something I'm chasing down. It's hard to track down.
Sure. Final question for you, going back to the Delta $200 million loss. I would imagine if WSB Radio or Ford Motor Company or whatever, you name a company, that they had an unexpected loss of $200 million, they're going to try to recoup that money somehow. For the folks that do travel that are listening to the show right now, might we expect Delta and the other major carriers to offset that loss, to start bumping up prices for flights or check bags or peanuts or anything? Could we see that loss being passed on to the customers, do you think?
I haven't, they haven't talked about that in any way. I haven't heard anything about that, but we do know that booking, travel booking this holiday season is strong, which, given the way that supply and demand works, prices may rise as a result. I don't know if can say that's directly related to this loss in any way, but airlines are in a very tight margin business, as you know, unlike many other companies. And so airline ticket pricing, they're always looking for opportunities to sell tickets for a little bit more and to sell for a little bit less if it means you'll buy it, whereas you might not have otherwise. So it's always changing.
Indeed. Emma Hurt, Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Great stuff as always, Emma. Thanks for your time.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
You as well. Emma's just fantastic. And we're going to have Peter Greenberg on, travel expert, 1035. Remind me to ask him that question regarding the Delta loss of $200 million. I mean, if I were Ed Bastian and I didn't expect a $200 million loss in that government shutdown, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to charge Longoria an extra $9 for that Corpus Christi flight. Do they fly direct? Where do you have to fly in to go to see your mom?
It's either Houston or San Antonio.
And then
nothing flies direct.
Yeah,
to
nothing.
Nevada.
That's why you drive all the time.
Yeah. And then Corpus Christi Airport's like six
gates.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like the size of this room.
Yeah.
Peter Greenberg is going to join us live at 10:35. Again, coming up after the news, we're going to go live to D.C. following the breaking news. Sources to ABC and other outlets now confirming that they have arrested a suspect in that January 5th pipe bomb. Before January 6th, obviously, and the pipe bombs didn't go off, but they were placed in front of the DNC and RNC headquarters in D.C. So after the news, we're going to go live to D.C. and check in with Natalie Brand from CBS on that. I do want to update this local story. The first ever drone delivery system is about to take place in Georgia. Obviously, we talk about drones a lot. I thought that maybe there were already drone deliveries going on, but no, this is about to be a thing, Deborah. Whose drones are going to be delivering what?
Okay, so this is going to be in Woodstock, and a lot of our coworkers work in Woodstock, so maybe they'll get the very first drone delivery, and it's going to be done by Walmart. They've partnered with Wing, those are going to be the ones who actually control the drones.
So it's not Walmart's drones. They're
Walmart doesn't own the drones. It's Wing who's
Okay.
going to be doing them. But it kicked off officially yesterday. So if you live close enough to this Walmart on Highway 92 in Woodstock, products like groceries, household essentials, over-the-counter medication, last-minute things, small things, you're like, I need it now. You're going to be able to order those through the Wing app, and then Walmart will be able to fix that order, and they'll have a specific drop-off point. So these drones can travel about 60 miles per hour, which is pretty quick.
That is. Is there a surcharge? Like, let's just say I want to get, or a weight limit, right? Because I don't know the size. Let's say I want some Advil liquid gels, and I live in Woodstock, and Walmart's there, and I order them, and normally they're $8 for a big bottle. I would imagine if you're getting drone delivery, there's going to be like, oh, it's a $5 delivery fee. Or
I don't have that on this story, but I've seen other ones where it can't be more than like 35 pounds, and they're going to charge something for. They're going to charge like if it's less than $15. So that I'm not sure about this Walmart one, but that's how I've seen some other stories.
I don't live in Woodstock, but if I did, I'd be testing it out today. I'd be ordering some.
Ashley does, right? Ashley, order something.
I'd be ordering some sort of a totchki. Just something.
Baseball cards.
Well, yeah, just something small. Just
Legos.
to see how it works. Oh, you know what? We've got 100,000 listeners in Woodstock.
Yeah, videotape it.
Yeah,
too.
someone do that. I'll reimburse you up to $10 on whatever item you get. Just take a video of it and send it to us at markaram.com. People can send videos, maybe something.
Not through the website, but through email. Yes.
All right, to email, contact us, and I'll reimburse you up to $10 via Venmo or PayPal. I just want to see how it's delivered. I'm very, very fascinated by this. All right, we're going to come back and update our top local stories. Via the Piccadilly text line, Ashley wants to know if she can have wine delivered to her house from the Walmart. I don't know. Does Walmart sell wine? I don't think so.
Walmart sells wine.
They do?
Yes.
Breaking news. Walmart sells wine. All right, 9:47 on the Mark Arum Show. Let's check the ride around town on this chilly Thursday morning. Any current hotspots, Mike Shields?
Yeah, I got one on the east side perimeter. Mark, live look at the JM cam. This crash in the clearing stages. That's the good news, but a left lane remains blocked, and it's been that way now for about 30 minutes on 285 northbound, the outer loop, right at Highway 29, Lawrenceville Highway. So delays start back almost as you leave Covington Highway, working your way through Clarkson, trying to get up to I-85. And on I-20 into DeKalb County, left lane roadwork set up in a slow traffic pace to do so. 20 eastbound past Panola Road has you on and off the brakes back to Wesley Chapel Road. The support is brought to you by Buckhead Life Restaurant Group. Get 20% off bonus this holiday season with the ultimate dining card from Buckhead Life. Enjoy meals at Chops Lobster Bar, Elena's Fish Market, Bistro Nico, and more. Buy now at buckheadrestaurants.com. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
If you have the WSB radio app.
If you have the WSB
All
app.
the notifications you need.
If you have the WSB app.
All the local and breaking news alerts you need.
Breaking news in Cobb County.
All in one place.
We'll send out an alert on the WSB
The
app.
95.5 WSB app.
Download it from your app store today.
If you're ready for real European car lovers to work on your Porsche, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi, discover Wolfpan European Auto Repair in Roswell. And for a limited time, get a free second opinion on repairs when you mention you heard about Wolfpan on the radio. Search Wolfpan Auto Repair to get started.
Hi, I'm Dale with TrustDale.com. For over a decade, I've trusted America's Best Choice for windows, doors, siding, and decks. And with their 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, you can invest with confidence.
That's right, Dale. America's Best Choice offers highest quality, energy-efficient windows and special pricing on custom decks. We also offer beautiful siding, doors, and now roofing, all with no pressure, no gimmicks. Visit abcwin.com for your free in-home estimate. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Well, Chris, as you know, time just keeps on ticking. We're putting another year under our belt, so it seems like a really good time to take stock of our financial lives and put together that plan that's built to last.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can't help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in, we'll work up either a portfolio x-ray, or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on portfolio x-ray, or click on full retirement plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Whether it's a walk-in closet, master closet, or pantry, unlock the true potential of your storage areas in time for the holidays. Schedule your free design consultation today at artisancustomclosets.com and reward yourself with affordable luxury this holiday season.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some Big Wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
This is up there in the best Christmas songs of all time. Old school, Deborah, not new Christmas songs. I like this. Welcome back to the Mark Arum Show. 9:53. Again, coming up after the news at 10. We're going live to D.C. The latest on the breaking news you heard on Atlanta's Morning News with Chris Chandler. Suspect arrested, suspected in planting those pipe bombs back on January 5th, 2020. 2021? Yeah, 2021. It's been a while. Cold case was cracked. We'll go live to D.C. for the latest. Speaking of music, though, I never knew about this. 69 years ago today, Deborah, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins gathered for the first and only time for a jam session at Sun Records in Memphis. The recording session is called the $1 Million Quartet. Here they sing Down by the Riverside. Did you know about this?
Yeah, but all I do is watch documentaries on recording studio and music. So
Who's Carl Perkins?
You know who Carl Perkins is. Once you look it up, you'll know.
He's still in Perkins Chevrolet in
Yes,
Dahlonega?
yeah, the one down. It's probably where you got your car.
I think that's pretty cool. Elvis, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis. Anyway, that was 69 years ago today. Do want to update the Epstein files. We still don't have the files. I think there's 18 days left for the DOJ to release them because they had that countdown. But yesterday, Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have released new images of the private island owned by the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The videos and pictures were taken by local authorities showing where multiple survivors say they were trafficked and abused. CBS's Scott McFarlane has more.
In September, survivor Lisa Phillips described her time there.
I was taken to Jeffrey Epstein's island while on a photo shoot on a nearby island. Who I saw and what I experienced there was a glimpse into a very dark and disturbing world.
The photos also show a blackboard with the words power and deception written on it, with other words redacted, and a phone with several first names on speed dial.
Now, if I recall correctly, the two documentaries that were on Netflix about Ghislaine and Jeffrey, two separate ones, I think you saw the island, or at least portions of the island. I don't know if you remember or you didn't watch it.
I can't watch that.
So I've seen but what was most revealing or like shocking to me in these newly released photos and videos of the island was there was a room, and in the middle of the room was a dentist chair.
So creepy.
And then behind the dentist chair was a massage table. And then on the wall, all these creepy heads of dudes.
Yes, so creepy.
What the hell was going on in that room? Really crazy. Who owns that now? Would anyone buy that?
For the right price and redo it,
Maybe.
right?
I mean, you talk about being haunted, just like that's.
You get some sage and whatever you believe. And come in there and...
exorcism, something. I don't, and it's who knows? It's it's an island with mansions and pools and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Like I don't know who would buy such an infamous piece of property.
Sometimes you hear about people buying it and turning it into the opposite, like a refuge or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a rehab center or something, but you still need the money to do that.
I wonder if it still belongs to the Epstein. But I mean, that's creepy to even think about. Speaking of real estate sales, there was a $30 million home sold on Sea Island, Georgia, which is pretty crazy. $30 million. I've never been to Sea Island. That's like, it's not like Epstein Island, but it's very
I hope not.
exclusive. It's an exclusive real estate. Real quick, Deborah, I have never been recruited into a gang. Obviously, gangs look at me and say you're not gang material. I'm not going to ask Longoria what gangs use to recruit him, but gangs are now using new recruitment tools to get younger members.
Yeah, this is really terrible, but 16 members of a gang here called the 1-8 Trey Bloods, they've been prosecuted, and, the crimes are what you would kind of associate with gangs: murder, drug trafficking, shootings, all kinds of crime sprees. But the big thing that they were focusing on is how they were getting new members, and they were actually targeting children, and not just like teenagers, like small children, elementary school kids, by putting up bouncy houses and driving around in ice cream trucks and trying to entice these kids and, hey, have an ice cream, and by the way, drop this over here. But luckily 18 or 16 of those members have been prosecuted.
That's devious. Bouncy houses and ice cream trucks. Again, I am unrecruitable for any gang. But if the ice cream man was like, hey, I'll give you a toasted almond if you deliver this package, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely. What else can I do? Crazy. All right, news, weather, and traffic in 2. When we come back, live to D.C., the latest on the breaking news and arrest in the suspect of the pipe bombs in D.C. Straight ahead on The Mark Arum Show.
So be good for goodness sake.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Dealing with an unwanted situation on your head? Hey guys, it's Mark Arum. Whether it's a receding hairline, very common problem, bald spot, very common, thinning hair, very common, Advanced Hair can offer a solution to all of the issues on your dome. Not a pill or a lotion subscription that helps retain what you have. Instead, Advanced Hair offers the proven guaranteed solution that regrows your hair where it's currently gone. Quick, simple one-day treatment and your real hair begins to regrow the very next day, and it's even guaranteed to grow for life. If you want your hair back, now's the time, and Advanced Hair's the place. Takes just one visit, but first, need a free consultation. Schedule now, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com, and if you move forward, you get $250 off plus 250 free grafts. One-day treatment, life-changing results, your own natural hair guaranteed to grow. Check out the before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
Each day at Ronald McDonald House Atlanta, we see caregivers walk through our doors with tear-stained faces, siblings with sleepy eyes from a long travel day, and the nervous yet brave smile of a child facing circumstances they can't yet understand. While these families are fighting for their children, we're here to help keep them strong. This is not just where they stay, it is where they're held. It is where they carry each other. Support families. Donate today at ronaldmcdonaldhouseatl.org.
The Georgia Spa Company just did something you don't want to miss. They've extended their Black Friday sale through Sunday. That means the biggest savings of the year, well, they're still happening. If you've been waiting to upgrade your health, your recovery, your downtime, your relaxation, now's your chance. Hot tubs to melt the stress away, swim spas for fitness without the gym, saunas and cold plunges to help you feel better, sleep better, live better. Don't let the extended Black Friday sale at Georgia Spa Company slip past you. Go to georgiaSpaCompany.com to find the closest location.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hi there, good morning. It is 10 o'clock. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Happening right now, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices meeting at CDC headquarters here in Atlanta. The panel may vote to recommend changes to the vaccine schedule for newborns, the hepatitis B vaccine in particular. The panel was handpicked by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and this vote almost happened last September, but they postponed it at the last minute. The panel's Dr. Robert Malone saying this morning,
"We're not here to reach quick conclusions. We're here to reach accurate ones and to provide independent assessment and advice to the director and to the public."
If they vote to change the vaccine schedule, it would be a major public health shift dating back more than 30 years. I'll be watching. Keep it here for updates. All right, your weather for today. Cloudy skies, a few rain showers throughout the afternoon and evening, and a high of 49. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards will have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast straight ahead. The FBI has arrested a man from Virginia in connection with the January 5th and January 6, 2021 pipe bomb attack outside the Democratic National Headquarters and the Republican National Headquarters. Justice correspondent Scott McFarland saying this morning that while the devices did not detonate, they had an impact on the events of January 6th.
Police have been clear. Those devices were discovered just as the rioters were approaching the Capitol January 6th and detoured and distracted police at a sensitive and dangerous moment, allowing the riotous mob to get further access to the Capitol grounds and eventually the Capitol itself.
The FBI had released videos of the suspect placing those devices outside the DNC headquarters, and then another video showing him placing one behind the RNC building in an alley. A grieving family wants their son's death to be a warning to city and DOT officials that a dangerous Fulton County intersection needs improvements.
16-year-old Benjamin Reiser died in a crash at Roswell Road and Laurel Forest Circle in September. His father, Scott, has garnered thousands of signatures requesting changes, but he says he's been stonewalled by state and city officials differing on what agency is responsible. He doesn't care who does it. He just wants action.
What I'd like to figure out is how can we improve this intersection in order that this doesn't happen again.
Residents have often complained about the blind intersection. Proposed changes include installing a traffic signal or median, making it right turn only onto Roswell Road, adding more signage, and reducing vegetation. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
All right, still no cases here in Georgia, but reports of infant botulism continue to climb in connection with a recalled baby formula.
Health officials say 39 babies have now been sickened and hospitalized across 18 states in an infant botulism outbreak the FDA says is linked to contaminated infant formula from ByHeart. The formula maker issued a full recall of all its products in the U.S.
And Michelle Franzen reports that the FDA warns that some ByHeart products are still on store shelves. Health officials say the most recent illnesses were recorded on November 19th. Stellantis recalling tens of thousands of Ram vehicles this morning, and it's because of an instrument panel software glitch that can cause the screen to go blank. They say that could increase the risk of a crash. What did you Google this year? Google's now releasing its annual year-end search list, and Charlie Kirk and K-pop Demon Hunters were the top 2 in the U.S. Also in the top 10 were Labubu, government shutdown, and tariffs. And the number of layoffs announced this year has hit a 5-year high.
The outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas says there were more than 71,000 layoffs announced in November, pushing the total for the year above 1.1 million. That's the most since 2020, the first year of the pandemic. And it's a 54% jump from the same 11-month period a year ago. Companies that are slashing their payrolls have cited corporate restructuring, tariffs, and the switch to AI.
And correspondent Michael Wallace says that ADP reported private employers cut 32,000 jobs in November. That's the biggest drop in more than 2 years. Let's take a look at the markets. We're in the red this morning. The Dow down 73 at 47,824. NASDAQ also down, and so is the S&P. It's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Smiling Mark McKay joining us from the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Thanks, Sabrina. It's rough on 285, working through Clarkston, trying to get up to Tucker this morning, all due to a crash that was in the left lane. Live look at the jam cam shows everything on the right shoulder now. All lanes are open. 285 northbound, just above Highway 78, exit 39. But you're on the brakes, still pretty heavy leaving Memorial Drive as you head north toward I-85. Outbound delays will persist throughout this day as left lane construction is active on I-20 in DeKalb County. That left lane is taken away. I-20 eastbound past Panola Road, exit 71. With the delays just past Wesley Chapel, you can use Covington Highway. Smiling Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies today with a few hit-or-miss rain showers, high 49. Lows tonight in the upper 30s with light rain showers moving through. Tomorrow, cloudy and rainy with some heavier downpours at times, high 45. Drying out on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies, high near 50.
40 degrees right now in Marietta. Norcross has 42, and in Winder it's 44 degrees right now. We'll have more news at 10:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome back to the show and a good Thursday morning to you. Mark Arum here, you there. It's 10:05, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. This is the Mark Arum Show, live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon on 95.5 WSB. The core four with us today. Deborah, executive producer of the program. Longoria, the stoic Eskimo on the other side of the takeout window. Vinny Drip screens your calls. 12 minutes from now, Deborah's going to give you tickets to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra on December 14th. 30 minutes, checking in with travel expert Peter Greenberg. 10 o'clock hour, 10:50, we're going to talk to actor Jefferson White. He is Jimmy from Yellowstone. So a lot more to come on the Mark Arum Show, and a lot of breaking news that we're going to dive into right now. You heard the news break during Atlanta's morning news. Suspect arrested in placing pipe bombs in front of the RNC and DNC in D.C. on January 5th of 2021. Joining us live covering the story and a bunch of stories from CBS News in the nation's capital, Natalie Brand. Natalie, good morning as always. Thanks for your time.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
I hope you don't mind if we start with that breaking pipe bomb news. CBS News getting any information on this developing story?
Well, it is developing. A news conference is expected, I believe, in a few hours. But, this arrest that just broke a short time ago is a big step forward in this case that, has kind of eluded FBI agents for nearly 5 years now. So now we are learning that investigators have made what they're calling their first arrest in connection with the two pipe bombs that were placed outside the Democratic National Committee and RNC headquarters on the eve of the Capitol riot on January 6, 2021. We'll have to wait and see what led investigators to make these new arrests, but again, this is a major development in a case that's been ongoing for years now.
Yeah, according to sources, the FBI arrested a Virginia man. I say man with emphasis because of the graininess of the video from 5 years ago. We didn't know if it was a man or a woman, but apparently the
Right.
suspect is a man from Virginia. This was a cold case, Natalie. Are you surprised that the FBI was able to make this arrest? And do we have any idea what led to this arrest?
Yeah, again, during this news conference, those are the questions that reporters will be asking. Right now, we just have a post on X from the Deputy FBI Director, Dan Bongino, who said that, this case had drawn, quote, additional resources and investigative attention. And he said that they had received weekly briefings on the case and that the FBI was making progress. As you noted, that footage of the suspect in a hoodie, it was very grainy. It's unclear, what kind of other investigative leads they could have pursued, whether tips helped them make this arrest or any sort of other evidence collected on the scene. Again, hopefully we will learn more this afternoon when top DOJ officials brief us.
Yeah, we'll certainly monitor that press conference. Natalie Brand from CBS News joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. Got to talk about what's going on Capitol Hill today. A briefing from lawmakers from Admiral Frank Bradley, a name we didn't know 2 weeks ago, but now is front and center on the controversial double-tap narco boat strike on September 2nd. Do we know when that hearing is going to happen, and will we get any information after that classified briefing?
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see whether the lawmakers in that briefing disclose any information about what was discussed. But we did see on our cameras over on Capitol Hill that Admiral Bradley arrived on Capitol Hill already about an hour ago or so with other top Pentagon officials. He is going to be facing questions from top lawmakers, including top members on the intelligence committees, about the September 2nd boat strike and what led up to the second strike. CBS News has confirmed via a source that two survivors, or two individuals who initially survived that first strike, were trying to climb back on the boat and allegedly attempting to salvage some drugs before that vessel was hit for a second time. So the lawmakers want to know, every single detail about the decision-making process around that. And also, they had requested to see additional video and maybe audio of that second strike and what led up to it. So that is the expectation, that they might be getting some of that video and extra information today. But all of this matters because, some lawmakers and legal experts have said that this could constitute a war crime if the military targeted survivors.
President Trump was asked if they should release any video that might, still exist of that September 2nd strike. And he said he'd have no problem doing it, but he's the commander-in-chief. Like, he could literally order that video to be released to everybody.
Yeah, and we'll have to wait and see whether that happens or whether the lawmakers who maybe do see that video glean any additional information. In light of the new reporting around this, there have been bipartisan calls for a review of these strikes, which, since the beginning have been controversial, with some lawmakers, particularly Democrats, questioning the legality of these strikes on alleged drug boats. Also, interesting to note that earlier this week during that cabinet meeting, Defense Secretary Hegseth said that the decision on that second strike was made solely by Admiral Bradley. Yeah. He did call it legal and justified, and that, that he backs Admiral Bradley, but he even admitted to, not seeing the second strike. He said he watched the first strike and then had to go to other meetings. So there's a lot of questions about the exact orders and the details between these two strikes.
It wasn't as if you had enough on your plate this morning, Natalie. But finally, can I ask you about the Russia-Ukraine talks? We had the meeting with Kushner and Wyckoff in meeting with their Kremlin counterparts. Any movement since that meeting? Do we have an update today?
Well, the Kremlin is saying that there's not a compromise at this point on ending the war, but we do know, we have one update, reports of a new meeting today between Witkoff and a Ukrainian official with their National Security Council in Miami today for additional talks with the Ukrainian side. But the question is, are they getting anywhere with the Russian side? We know that Special Envoy Witkoff spent almost 5 hours with Putin in Moscow on Tuesday, and President Trump saying those talks were reasonably good, but too soon to say what would come from them. The Kremlin, again, appears to be kind of throwing cold water on progress, but we know that the talks are continuing.
Natalie, you deserve double time today. So much breaking news. Great stuff as always, Natalie. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it.
There you go. All right, so we're going to, so much to unpack there. We'll monitor the FBI or the DOJ going to have the press conference on the pipe bomb. We're going to find out what the admiral, if anything, said during that classified briefing with lawmakers. And I'm dubious here, any updates on the Russia-Ukraine war and the peace process there. But complete coverage throughout the day on those big stories here on 95.5 WSB. Speaking of President Trump, Deborah, the president suggests that Americans in the very near future might not have to pay income tax. I would love that. What's the president proposing?
I think we would all love that.
Yes.
So there was a cabinet meeting yesterday, and he said, here's the quote, "I believe that some point in the not too distant future, you won't even have income tax to pay." Now, income tax has been like the primary source of revenue for the government, but we've had all these tariffs this past couple years, right? And that's what the president is kind of saying, like, why should Americans have to pay for all of this? That's kind of what tariffs are doing. And since they've implemented these tariffs, they've collected over $215 billion in revenue. And the president is saying that's the better way to do it rather than tax the people.
Well, there's historical precedence on this. So back before the Civil War, Americans did not pay income tax. All our revenue was generated from tariffs, but that was 200 years ago. It's obviously a different world right now. You might say that spending's gotten a little crazy. Like the revenue that the federal government needs now is not even close to what it needed before the Civil War. Apples and oranges, but I will move on. Now, the tariff revenue generated thus far in 2025 is, what did you say, $300 billion?
215.
215. The federal income tax that we pay to fully fund the government is north of $4 billion. So while I would be fine not paying income taxes, I think I can speak unanimously for Deborah Longoria and myself. That'd be great, not having to pay. Sanjay'd be out of a job, but that's okay. He's a poker player. He'll be fine. But in order for tariffs to fully fund the government, it can't be 15% on bananas and coffee. We would have to charge like 1,000% tariff on anything that came in, which ultimately would be paid for by us. So while I love it, would love to not have to pay income tax every year, unless there's a crazy way to bring in revenue. That's where the bulk of the government gets money right now. I think it's over $4 billion a year. Maybe I might be undershooting it. It could be a lot more than that. But all right, let's shoot for the sky. Speaking of money, should we move to Australia, Deborah? They've got a crazy super fund retirement thing going on right now.
I know people that live in Australia. They say it's pretty nice out there. But the president is also looking at Australia for the type of retirement funds that they have.
President Trump's looking into this.
Yeah,
Interesting.
He's at least kind of analyzing and see what it even work, because Australia is a lot smaller.
I didn't know it wasn't in Fisk or any of the.
I love Fisk.
What was that other Australian show with the dog? Ken told us about they adopted the dog, that couple. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I've watched a lot of Australian shows. But
so I didn't know Australia had like this super fund retirement account deal.
It's called the superannuation, and what it is this: Australia requires employers to contribute 12% of an employee's income into a retirement fund that they can't touch until you actually retire, and then employees could also contribute themselves. But it's supposed to be a lot better than the 401k plan.
Like legitimately.
Yeah.
Exponentially better. So if you work in Australia and you make $100,000 a year, let's say Longoria gets a job at an Australian radio station as program director, and they give you $100,000 a year, which would be a significant pay cut for what you're making now. That radio station company they're required to add $12,000 into a retirement account for you every year. And then you can also, that's huge. Now, I don't know if that could work,
I think that's what the president is looking at, too. Just how exactly would it work for the American force? Because those funds, they have to give them to you, but they're also put into investments. And those investments are controlled by the government.
Yeah.
So, and, employees can kind of choose within a little bit. But so you also have a little bit of extra money on top of that. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. Maybe
so, like 3% match usually is like very generous for a company. Like if a company matches your 401k to 3%, can you imagine 12%?
Oh, my God. Vinny'd be at his $100,000 goal already.
He'd be retired already. I had no idea Australia was doing it like that. Can we just move to Australia?
I'm down.
Do the show
a
from
lot of
Australia.
snakes and spiders out there.
That's all right. That's all right.
Toilets go the other way.
That's a benefit. Vegemite, all that good stuff. I think I would love that. If WSB Radio had to pay 12% of what we make into a retirement account, that'd be fantastic. All right, keep me posted on that story, Deborah, please. 10:18 in the Mark Arum Show. Oh, let's give away some tickets. I forgot we have tickets to give away. What do we have, Deborah?
How about a pair of tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra, The Ghosts of Christmas Eve, The Best of TSO, and more, Gas South Arena on December 14th.
All right, Vinny's under the weather, it looks like. He doesn't have the energy, so I'm going to do the fifth caller. Is that all right, Vin? Caller number 5. I can have Longoria do it if you really are ready to. No, he'll handle it. All right. Fifth caller to 404-872-0750. Fifth caller to 404-872-0750 wins a pair of tickets to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra December 14th, courtesy of the Mark Arum Show and WSB. 10:19 on the broadcast. Let's go back to the 24-hour traffic center. Hello and good morning to Mark McKay.
Good morning, Mark. Biggest delays we're finding in the work zone to Cobb County, trying to get out to the Mall of Stonecrest. I-20 westbound slowing just past Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. That's because a left lane is taken out at Panola Road. We've yet to clean up the inbound ride out of Lithia Springs. That's the West Freeway. And it's sluggish as you leave Six Flags over Georgia, trying to get into the I-285 interchange. No big hassles through downtown Atlanta. Just a bit slow on the connector northbound, leaving University Avenue up to John Lewis Freedom Parkway. This report sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your destination for nonstop entertainment. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions 21+. Smiler Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
Hey, I'm Chris Chandler. When you join us Friday at 5 for Atlanta's Morning News, we'll help you plan with the weekend forecast. We'll get you ready for the SEC Championship. And why Clark Howard says do not fall for this travel deal on WSB.
You still want a new deck on your house, but you think you may have missed a deck building window? Well, you're wrong. Dave Baker here for Ben Hill Renovations, my deck experts. What makes them my experts? Well, for starters, when you have Ben Hill Renovations upgrading your outdoor living space, you're dealing with professionals. You have a company building to code, current and future. You have a company pulling permits when needed, with a dedicated project manager for every job, superior craftsmanship from over 60-plus years of experience, and all backed by their workmanship warranty. Whether you want a screened-in porch, an outdoor living area, a multi-story wraparound deck, or just a simple deck with a set of stairs, Ben Hill Renovations has you covered. Plus, they offer multiple financing options, up to 18 months, no interest with affordable monthly payments. Check out their new website at bhrenovations.com and set up an appointment, or visit their showroom and speak with a designer. You won't be disappointed. Ben Hill Renovations, creating raving fans since 1964.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. To claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now, 404-400-1170.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, every week on the show, we offer folks something we call the Portfolio X-Ray. I was hoping you could walk us through that process and tell us why the information it uncovers is so powerful.
Yeah, so the reason we love doing the Portfolio X-Ray for you is we do that behind the scenes. Everybody's extremely busy. Nobody wants to waste time in traffic. If you call in, we will ask you for some information via the phone. Once you've given us that information, we go to work and we put all the hours in developing the report. And I commit this to you. The Portfolio X-Ray is eye-opening. At least 90+% of the time, we can find 2 or 3 golden nuggets in there that you were not aware of that we can either change in your current portfolio mix for you, It's called a 401k optimizer. Or if we manage the assets for you, we certainly can recommend how to diversify away from some of the troubling points that are exposed during the portfolio x-ray. Once we've got that, then we'll have you in for your initial consultation. We will present the portfolio x-ray to you and walk you through the high points of it. And that's a document that you get to take with you. It's like getting a financial physical. So how many of you avoided going to the doctor for the annual physical last year? You do the same thing with your financial life. You ignore it. You keep pumping money into your 401k. You hope that it's going well, and I can tell you that hope is not a good investment or financial planning strategy. You need to know. So if you want to know, call us.
The Portfolio X-ray is complimentary. Give Hoffman Financial Group a call to schedule yours today. 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Hey, friends, have you filed an insurance claim for a roof replacement only to be denied? Are you not sure what to do? You're not alone. Dr. Roof here to help. Hey, it's Mark Arum. Dr. Roof specializes in reviewing the storm damage and getting your roof replaced. They've been around for over 37 years and can help you with all of your options. Don't settle for a denied or partial insurance claim. Get the roof you deserve with Dr. Roof, online at drroof.com.
Hey, it's your buddy Shelley Winter here, co-host of The Car Guys with my good friend and brother, Kevin Deutsch, from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. Whatever you want to know about buying, selling, leasing, or maintaining a vehicle, Kevin has your answers.
That's right, Shelley. For over 40 years, I've sold, leased, fixed, and financed pretty much every make and model. I've seen it all. If you have any car questions, we'll have the answers every Saturday at noon.
It's The Car Guys, Saturdays at noon on 95.5 WSB, brought to you by Butler Lexus of South Atlanta.
I'm the new Sinatra, and since I made it here, I can make it in.
Temporarily interrupting Christmas music to wish Jay-Z a happy 56th birthday. This is he and Alicia Keys, Empire State of Mind. I saw Jay-Z and Alicia Keys perform this song, Deborah, at Yankee Stadium in 2009-ish.
Like right when it came out?
It was a playoff game, and they set up in the center field at Yankee Stadium. I was like, goosebumps. This is crazy. Jay-Z, probably never going to release a Christmas album, right? Probably not.
I would doubt it, but you never know. And maybe he'll collab with his wife, who could release a Christmas album.
She could definitely, yeah. Beyonce definitely could. I want you to, as our musical correspondent, official musical correspondent, I want you to think about this. Come up by the end of the show, the top 3 artists most unlikely to release a Christmas album. Still living.
Still okay. But
Yeah.
my music, tastes are probably very
Understood.
different. So they might be artists you never know. But
Just like the top 3 mainstream artists that are least likely.
Mainstream.
That are least
like
likely.
charting.
Yes.
Okay. I'll try to come
All right.
up with something.
Anyway.
3.
All right. Yeah. 3 artists most unlikely to come out with a Christmas album. I love giving in-show homework here on the Mark Arum Show. All right, news, weather, and traffic in 3. Sabrina's already manning it. We got a lot of breaking news, including that arrest in the pipe bomb in D.C. from January 5th. When we come back, though, in depth with travel expert Peter Greenberg, we're going to pick his brain. Social media is up and active at Mark Arum and at WSB Radio.
Where the treetops glisten.
I'm so excited to hear my son's band play tonight. They've been, be right back. They've been rehearsing, bathroom break. Overactive bladder can mean missing out on life's moments, navigating life around the nearest bathroom instead of the next experience. Medtronic therapies have treated nearly 500,000 people worldwide with bladder or bowel control problems. Let Medtronic show you what's possible. Visit medtronic.com/bladderhelp to learn how.
Properties come in all shapes and sizes, and so do foundation repairs. Mark Beckham here. It could be new construction, a big house, a small house, or your commercial property. Anyway, you need the leaders in foundation repair to handle it. Get your free estimate at atlantaramjack.com.
Dealing with an unwanted situation on your head? Hey guys, it's Mark Arum. Whether it's a receding hairline, very common problem. Bald spot, very common. Thinning hair, very common. Advanced Hair can offer a solution to all of the issues on your dome. Not a pill or a lotion subscription that helps retain what you have. Instead, Advanced Hair offers the proven guaranteed solution that regrows your hair where it's currently gone. Quick, simple one-day treatment and your real hair begins to regrow the very next day, and it's even guaranteed to grow for life. If you want your hair back, now's the time, and Advanced Hair's the place. Takes just one visit, but first, you need a free consultation. Schedule now, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com, and if you move forward, you get $250 off plus 250 free grafts. One-day treatment, life-changing results, your own natural hair guaranteed to grow. Check out the before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
Castile Plumbing and Electrical knows that if your old water heater conks out from Aunt Gail's 2-hour showers this holiday season, or your decorations keep tripping the breakers, well, then everything falls apart. That's why you can count on Castile for 0% interest financing on installs, plus a plumbing or electrical inspection for just $99, so we can address any clogs or hums ahead of time. And as always, we're here to help with same-day emergency service, even on holidays. Book today at CastileAir.com.
Dave Baker here for Artisan Custom Closets. Ever misplaced a box of holiday lights that you're pretty sure you used to keep in the attic until you remembered you put them in the garage, maybe underneath the junk in the corner? Wouldn't be that way if you had Artisan Custom Closets upgrade the storage space in your garage. Your decorations would be neatly packed and stacked until next year. Schedule your free design consultation today with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com and reward yourself with affordable luxury over the holidays. Artisan Custom Closets.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hi there. Good morning. It is 10:30. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by your Metro Atlanta AMCO dealers. A Virginia man has been arrested related to pipe bombs being placed at the Republican and Democratic National Committee headquarters the night before the January 6th Capitol riot. That's according to multiple reports. Pierre Thomas has more.
Concerns that the bombs were somehow related to the riot complicated an already harrowing moment and prompted a massive response. Sources described an incredibly dangerous situation. At one point, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris's motorcade drove right past the bomb at DNC headquarters, which had gone undetected.
Now, the FBI had released videos of the suspect placing the devices outside the DNC headquarters, and then another video showing him putting another one behind the RNC building in an alley. The bombs were reportedly viable and could have caused major harm if they had exploded. Now to New York. Luigi Mangione back in a courtroom for a pretrial hearing on what's the one-year anniversary of the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Mangione's lawyers are trying to get key evidence tossed from his upcoming murder trial. The defense arguing that law enforcement violated his rights when he was arrested, and that evidence of a gun and notebook on him was illegally collected. It was 1 year ago that prosecutors say Mangione shot and killed Thompson outside a Midtown Manhattan hotel. Your weather for today: cloudy skies, a few rain showers throughout the afternoon and evening. Highs around 49, says WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Well, it is ranked as the 10th worst truck bottleneck in the country. And we're going to hear updated plans tonight on how they could plan to transform the I-20, I-285 interchange on Atlanta's west side.
There are several different plans to reimagine the long, congested interchange, including widening or reconstructing several ramps connecting the interstates, adding new off-ramps onto nearby side roads, and getting rid of others that can jam up traffic. The Georgia DOT will update those plans during tonight's community meeting, which starts at 6 at the Fulton County Airport on Aviation Circle. The interchange isn't even the worst in Atlanta. In fact, recent rankings from American Transportation put Spaghetti Junction in DeKalb County as the 4th worst in the country. I-75 and 285 in Cobb, the 6th worst. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
Happening right now at CDC headquarters here in Atlanta, the advisory panel on immunization practices is meeting to discuss the hepatitis B vaccine in newborns. ACIP member Dr. Cody Meisner questioning Dr. Mark Blackwell, who is part of the work group looking into the safety of the vaccine in infants.
There is clearly evidence of benefit. Is there any evidence of harm to giving the neonatal hepatitis B?
My basic answer would be that the safety evidence is very limited, and I wouldn't want to speculate on safety or harm.
Now, if the panel votes to change the vaccine schedule and it is accepted by the CDC director, it would be a major public health shift dating back more than 30 years. Speaking of your health, a new study shows painkillers that are alternatives to opioids may be leading to the misdiagnosis of heart failure. Researchers note that a side effect of several painkillers is fluid retention, which can cause a person's legs and feet to swell, and that happens to be a symptom of heart failure. Researchers reported in the JAMA Network Open that many patients with this side effect are prescribed unnecessarily additional medications based on their study of medical records from a number of vets. All right, let's take a look at the markets right now. The Dow is currently up 37 at 47,920. NASDAQ is down slightly, so is the S&P. It's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Smiley Mark McKay in the 24-hour traffic center.
It's construction holding things up. I-20 eastbound, rolling past Wesley Chapel Road. The left lane is knocked out. You have an extra few minutes if you stay on I-20 heading toward Lithonia Stonecrest, always Covington Highway an option. West side perimeter is getting crowded south of Hollowell Parkway. That's the outer loop 285 south approaching exit number 12. And if you're rolling through Stockbridge, you're in a bit of a crowd. I-75 southbound, leaving I-675 heading toward Hudson Bridge, Eagles Landing Parkway. Smiley Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy and cool today, high 49. A few hit-or-miss rain showers for this afternoon. They'll continue into the evening hours, lows tonight in the upper 30s. Tomorrow, cloudy and cold, highs limited to the mid-40s. Scattered rain showers for tomorrow afternoon, tapering off in the evening hours. Dry but cloudy for Saturday, high near 50.
It is 44 degrees in Buford. College Park has 43. Sandy Springs has 43 degrees right now. We'll have more news at 11 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
In Atlanta, there is always something happening.
Tanker truck crashed into the median.
The Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
No traffic getting through in either direction.
Helping you on your commute.
Avoid the area at all costs. Take Highway 155 or Highway 4223.
Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Commitment is simple. Lower prices for Tennesseans, bring down healthcare costs, protect
That's
communities.
Newly elected Representative Matt Van Epps from Tennessee being sworn into the House of Representatives. Coming up next, future Congressman, current travel expert Peter Greenberg, live 2 minutes away on The Mark Arum Show.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 6-packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Canada Dry. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey friends, it's Mark Arum back from my pals at Reliable Heating and Air. Check it out. This season, Reliable Heating and Air is giving up to $2,000 cash back when you upgrade to a high-efficiency water heater and whole home water purification system. $2,000. You want to do one or the other? It's $1,000 cash back. Amazing. For my friends at Reliable, book your free consultation by going to reliableair.com. Stay warm, stay hydrated, stay paid with Reliable.
For a Breda healthy home, bugs, critters, and all their nasty germs need to go. Breda is also proud to sponsor Scott Slade's Georgia every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Hey, it's Smilin' Mark McKay, and I'm so excited to be part of the 35th year of Clark's Christmas Kids. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk, and Scana Energy invite you to join us in making sure every child in Georgia gets a visit from Santa. This year, we encourage you to join Scana Energy employees by shopping on-site at any of the 3 Walmart locations for those who would like to shop in person or shop virtually. Either way, you'll be able to see the child that you're shopping for and what that child really wants from Santa. Join Clark, WSB Radio, and Scana Energy so that every child receives a gift this holiday. We really need you to help provide gifts for the thousands of kids in the Georgia foster care system. A special thanks to Scana Energy for years of partnership with Clark's Christmas Kids. For the 3 Walmart locations, dates, and times, or to shop online, visit clarkschristmaskids.com. That's clarkschristmaskids.com.
Busy sidewalks, busy sidewalks.
10:37 on the Mark Arum Show, seconds away from travel expert Pete Greenberg. Whoa, he just hung up. That gives me time to pick the brains of the crew of the Mark Arum Show. We just got a building-wide email from our boss. So everyone in the building got this email. Who's going to be the first to reply all?
Always Shelley.
You think Shelley, Deborah?
Always Shelley.
I'm going to go our buddy Jordan from Kiss 104.1.
A reply all?
I think she's going to do a reply all on this.
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Well, because it's good. It's a good news email. Smile Mark McKay. He is marvelous. He is in the traffic center. You just got this company-wide email. Who's going to hit reply all first?
Let's. I can think of many people, but
so I already got Shelly and Jordan.
No, Shelly.
Another vote for Shelly. He might
put
still
me in
be
a Shelley
sleeping
crowd.
though, so he's going to be delayed.
Yeah.
Vinny Longoria, no guesses on who's going to hit
I mean, if anybody's going to be Shelly.
Shelly.
Wow.
I mean, I don't want to call anybody else out. I'm safe calling Shelly out, but
Yeah.
there's somebody I think could do it. Yeah.
Moni Love.
Moni,
No.
I wouldn't be mad at a Moni.
It's
Love
got to be
reply
someone
all.
that's up right now. And
There's someone that works down the hallway that could do it, but I don't want to say anything negative about that person.
oh, this is negative. This is. I mean, it's a good news. If you're going to reply all, this is the kind of email to reply all to.
I'll stick with Shelly.
All right, Shelly. I'm going Jordan. Yeah, I'm going to go. I love Jordan. She's going to hit reply all first. Anyway, $1,000 if I'm right. No one else.
Who? We're going to pay $1,000?
Yeah.
Jordan's going to give you $1,000.
All right, Jordan.
I'll tell you who could give me $1,000, but I'm not asking for it. Travel expert Peter Greenberg joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. Pedro, good morning, my friend. How are you?
I'm very good, sir.
I want to start off. We had Emma Hurt from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution on. She covers transportation here locally. Delta announced $200 million loss because of the record-breaking government shutdown. No surprise, right? I'm sure all the major carriers took a hit when we had, delayed flights and mandatory canceled flights. The question I have for you, Peter, is $200 million. That's a sizable amount. Is there any way that Delta's going to try to recoup that $200 million by maybe charging Peter Greenberg or Mark Arum $12 more for that flight to Wichita?
Not in the short run. In the short run, they can't do that because we're in the fourth quarter, a traditionally lower period of travel, a lot of empty seats. That is going to extend until the spring. Now, summer airfares, another story. But right now, you're not going to see a huge increase in airfares because of what happened during the shutdown. That's just going to have a loss they're going to have to carry on their books for a while.
Well, as you've historically said that basically the major airlines are just credit card companies, right? So that's where they get their money. So maybe this $200 million might even not affect their bottom line.
Oh no, it will. American Airlines actually took a big loss in the third quarter, which they should have been making tons of money in the third quarter, and they didn't. No, all this is not good news for the airlines. They will try to find a way to recoup it, but they can't do it right away.
Gotcha. Peter, I've been meaning to ask you about this. We haven't had a chance. We've had so much other stuff coming down the pipeline. But Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy of Real World MTV fame says he wants to return to the glory age or the golden age of air travel. You know, when I was a kid, I don't remember everyone dressed up in suits and dresses, but there was, everyone dressed nicely on a plane. And that has devolved to 2025 where you see people in Daisy Dukes and pajamas, and it's not what it used to be.
No, it's not. But, when I was growing up, my parents wouldn't let me near an airplane unless I had a jacket and tie on. Those days are gone. But going back to the so-called golden age of aviation, first of all, I'd like somebody to tell me when that was because I don't think it existed.
Okay.
But forgetting that, the only thing you can say is that 30 and 40 years ago, people dressed better to still get abused. I mean, let's be honest. So right now, we have to figure out what could make things better. And if you saw his PSA on television where the secretary was standing saying, well, would you be nice to the pregnant woman and help her lift the bag up onto the overhead compartment? Well, I guess that's a reasonable question, except he forgot to mention something. The reason why the pregnant woman wanted you to help her lift the bag to the overhead compartment wasn't because she was pregnant. It was because there was no space in the overhead compartment. Yeah. And, the way that the planes have been designed now, extra seats in coach, there's no physical opportunity to get all the bags in that people are carrying. Even if they carry one bag per passenger, it's not enough. So is that the golden age of aviation? I don't think so. Let's go back to the golden age of aviation. The airline food sucked then. That was,
let me interject. As a child, I absolutely loved the powdered eggs that Delta used to serve to coach passengers for breakfast. My mom thought I was nuts, but I couldn't get enough of those.
By the way, yeah. I'm with your mom on that.
So it's good, so there's never really good food, even in the golden age. Let me ask you this. So if you go to a restaurant here in Atlanta, there's one restaurant where they have a dress code. You can't wear a hat. And obviously, we've seen the no shoes, no shirts, no service signs at a lot of restaurants. Could it be that airlines or the transportation secretary mandates a dress code for air travel?
Believe it or not, there already is a dress code. It's in your contract of carriage that's written on the back of your ticket, which most people never read. And the airline reserves the right to determine what's an acceptable dress code. So, for example, a lot of butt cracks, you're probably going to get thrown off the plane. Wearing a T-shirt with an offensive word on the front, probably going to get you thrown off the plane. No shoes, no service, probably get you thrown off the plane. But it's all subjective at this point. It doesn't say suit and tie.
Yeah.
It doesn't say black tie. It's not going to do that. But you know what? When you're getting ready to go to the flight and you're getting dressed in the morning, just look in the mirror and answer this question. What were you thinking? And then we'll figure it out.
Peter Greenberg joining us live on the Mark Arum Show. Peter, I got to drive up to Connecticut over Christmas with my dog, Soba. I'm excited to go to Connecticut for Christmas. I am not excited for that drive, and I've been looking in taking a train with my dog so I don't have to deal with the driving. Luxury sleeper trains coming to the U.S. Are they going to be here in time for me to go to Connecticut?
Well, believe it or not, there is already a luxury sleeper train. I won't call it a luxury sleeper train, but there is a great sleeper train. I've been on it, and there are a lot of them out there based on the line that you're taking with an Amtrak. So, for example, the Southern Crescent, which stops in Atlanta, they have sleeper cars. And you know what? It's a reasonable cost. You get your own cabin, you get your own bathroom, and a fold-out couch or bed. It's not that much more expensive, and it's great.
Oh, all right. I'm down. I have this, I always romanticize train travel, and I've never been on a long distance train trip. So maybe I'll investigate that instead of dealing with holiday traffic, and I-95 is just the gateway to hell. I'm not looking forward to that drive. So maybe I'll dip over and check out the train travel there. The Southern Crescent, which makes a stop in Atlanta. Finally, Peter, National Parks announcing America First fee surges for international tourists. So that means someone that's visiting from Italy and wants to go to Yosemite or one of our national parks, they're going to pay more?
They're going to pay a lot more. And by the way, as much as it may sound good to the America First folks, beware of the law of reciprocity. What are foreign countries going to do to charge us in return? This happens all the time with visas or with passports. It's going to happen again here with some of the natural attractions, including museums or other attractions overseas. It's a lose-lose proposition and not good.
Not good. So reciprocity is a thing. So yesterday we mentioned the Louvre is already increasing prices for not foreign tourists, for everybody. I guess they're trying to recoup the losses of the stolen jewels there. But is that something we should do when we travel internationally? Go to these museums or national parks or things that might not be like the Eiffel Tower or the Louvre. Should we investigate kind of like these hidden gems internationally?
Well, yeah, but remember, you just mentioned the Louvre in Paris. If I'm going to Paris, I know you want to go to the Louvre, you want to stand in line for 8 hours and come back an hour later saying, it's so small. I'm referring, of course, to the Mona Lisa.
Yes.
But no, I have other museums in Paris that are not as crowded, that offer the same great experience and history, ranging from a former train station now known as the Musée d'Orsay, and many other museums that are not as crowded. And you can find those in any major European city, and that's where you want to go.
All right. Peter, where are you? Where are you heading next, brother?
I'm in the south of France today in Cannes and heading back to New York tomorrow.
Really? You can't stay for, the long weekend? South of France sounds phenomenal.
No, I got to work.
All right. You do. And you do amazing work. Travel expert Peter Greenberg. Peter, always a pleasure to chat, my friend.
You got it, Mark.
There you go. South of France. I forgot to ask Peter about Luxembourg. So the TV show I suggested for you, Deborah, Patriot, a lot of it's set in Luxembourg, and it looks like a great city. Luxembourg City in Luxembourg.
Oh, I was going to say Luxembourg's
the country, but
yeah.
Luxembourg's like the capital. Remind me, write that down, Shani B. In 2 weeks when I talk to Peter, I'm going to ask him about that. All right, coming up next, actor Jefferson White, Jimmy from Yellowstone, is going to join us live on the Mark Arum Show right now. By the way, we already have a winner. Shelley was indeed the first person to reply all to the email. So I don't win $1,000.
We do, right?
No, you get.
I thought we got $1,000.
No, it was only if Jordan did.
We'll split it.
Smiling, you were right. Deborah was right. Vinny was right. Everyone was right but me, my friend.
We love Shelley. Hey, we've got delays on the west side perimeter, Mark, due to a crash. Hopefully on the shoulder. DOT did have it on the travel lane a few minutes ago. 285 southbound below Hollowell Parkway, exit 12. So the outer loop is slow as you approach Hollowell Parkway into that busy I-20 interchange. West Freeway is a bit slow in the right lanes, approaching I-285. A whole lot slow heading out to Lithonia due to left lane construction. I-20 eastbound past Panola Road, exit 71. This report sponsored by O'Keefe's Working Hands Hand Cream. Cold weather wearing on your hands? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. You'll see visible results in one use and guaranteed relief for dry, cracked hands. O'Keefe's Working Hands, America's #1 hand cream. Smile, Mark McKay, 95.5 WSB.
Clark Howard here. And each year we set a goal to provide gifts for every child in foster care across the state of Georgia. And we can't do it without you. Join me at 3 different Walmarts across Metro Atlanta December 7th, 13th, and 14th for our 35th annual Clark's Christmas Kids. Help make Georgia foster kids' Christmas wishes come true. For more information about how you can donate and for Walmart store locations, visit WSBradio.com.
2 homes, same street, same layout, but one had an orchard sign and sold for a whole lot more. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and here's why that matters. The first seller went the traditional route. Weeks of showings, price drops, frustration. In the end, they settled for less. The second seller chose Orchard and got ahead. Their agent knew what buyers wanted, made smart upgrades, and marketed the home like a pro. It sold fast and for top dollar. And here's the kicker. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that seller had already moved into their new place before the old one even hit the market. No last-minute cleanings, no strangers walking through during dinner, no stress. You're not stuck. You don't have to wait. You can move now and still sell for more. Start your free home valuation today at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner at A1 Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. From repairs to upgrades, it's A1 from day one. Call A1 Garage Door Service, and you'll be smiling today.
A1Garage.com, A1 from day one.
Hi, I'm Dylan, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a customer service specialist, I love helping couples find their dream engagement ring. And guess what? I just got engaged, so it was fun to create one myself. First, my fiance tried on a bunch of ring styles and she was drawn to a classic diamond pave setting. Then we looked at different diamond shapes from pear to oval to cushion. She fell in love with the princess cut. At Shane Company, you can create a one-of-a-kind ring and get it in days, not weeks. Because a friend wants you to have a magical holiday proposal. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Attention Georgia homeowners, what if your windows actually paid you back? I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain. Hey, it's Ray, owner of Window Comfort. At Window Comfort, our factory direct windows are so energy efficient that most homeowners see their power bills drop enough to cover their monthly payment. And right now, you can get buy 2, get 2 windows free. Plus, we're going to throw in free installation when you schedule your free estimate this month. And here's my guarantee. If your energy bills don't drop by at least 35% in the first 12 months, we're going to pay you the difference in cash. I'm that confident. Every window we install is backed by a double lifetime warranty, and they're built specifically for Georgia. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. Beat the cold this year. It takes 30 seconds to see if you qualify. Go to windowcomfort.com.
Terms and conditions apply. See windowcomfort.com.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
Joining us live on the Mark Arum Show, star of arguably the greatest television show of the 21st century, Jefferson White, a.k.a. Jimmy from Yellowstone. Jefferson, good morning. Thanks so much for your time.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me, man. I'm honored.
That's not hyperbole. Yellowstone is probably the greatest television show of the 21st century. That's got to be a career-changing role for you, right?
Oh, it changed my life, man. It changed my career. It changed my life. It was such an incredible gift to be a part of it. I still feel very lucky.
Now, we had rumors. Obviously, everyone loves Jimmy. Jimmy's such a great character. We had rumors that there was going to be a Jimmy spinoff. Confirmed, deny, is that still a possibility?
Who knows, man? I'll probably hold out deep down in my heart for that possibility forever for the next 40 years. I'll be 50 years old thinking that, maybe Jimmy could still get back on the horse. But as far as I know, there's no concrete details. I feel gratitude if I'm done. I'll feel gratitude if I get to do more. My main takeaway from all of this is, hey, I already won the lottery once.
Yeah.
It's a little selfish to ask to win the lottery again.
That's a great perspective. But I'm going to still come up with some sort of fan fiction Jimmy spinoff and send
That's
it.
great. Okay, amazing. Send me that, and we'll live vicariously through that.
I'll send it to you and Taylor and make it happen. But you're not here to talk about Yellowstone. Drink and be merry. I love the fact that you can be Jimmy in Yellowstone, and you can also be a bartender in New York City. That's good acting chops right there.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, Drink and Be Merry. It's an incredible Christmas dive bar movie. That's the premise. It's a Christmas movie that takes place in a dive bar. It's about a bartender in the few days leading up to Christmas who's responsible for kind of babysitting these regulars, these older regulars that have come to this bar forever that don't really have anywhere else to go. So it's a little cozy, it's a little sad, it's a little joyful, just like the holidays.
I used to live in New York. I had my favorite dive bars there. I'm going to find this movie very relatable. So this is set in Christmas of 2019. Is that correct?
Christmas of 2019, which is unique because it's also the Christmas right before COVID.
Exactly.
So a lot of these dive bars, these places where these guys would gather, the death knell for a lot of them was COVID. So there's a bit of this is kind of the last Christmas that these guys spend together in this bar.
Did you get to film this in an actual bar, or was it like a sound stage, or?
Oh, an incredible actual bar. When you see it, you'll see what I mean. You can't really build a set like this because it's been an open, working, functioning bar for 50 years. It's really hard to fake that. It would take like a Martin Scorsese budget to make a pretend bar that looked like this place. It's called the Ale and Witch. It's in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And it's been open since 1974.
Wow, I've never
and that's
been.
like such a gift. It reminded me of I went out to Montana to do Yellowstone, and you're surrounded by these mountains, and you kind of can't help but get in the cowboy mood when you're surrounded by these mountains. Doing this film was the same way because you're really in this bar, all the smells, the dust. It's a very immersive experience as an actor.
I can't wait. Drink and Be Merry on digital Blu-ray and DVD right now. Jefferson White. Jefferson, great to have you on. Continued success, my friend.
Thank you. Likewise, brother. What a pleasure.
There you go. That was Jimmy. That was Jimmy from Yellowstone.
I went to the Sixes.
Yes, that's right. We'll have to talk about that in one of our best of Christmas shows. I want to know all about the Sixes Ranch. But no confirmation that there's going to be a Jimmy spinoff. Oh, well. All right, news, weather, and traffic at 4. We have so many big stories to get you caught up to date on. Straight ahead on The Mark Air Show.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join Medi-Share and save even more than usual. For many families, joining Medi-Share means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are part of healthcare sharing now because it just makes so much sense right now. And Medi-Share is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. Medi-Share has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's December 15th. Call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Will my hair really grow back? Do I still get to have a birthday party? Can my teddy come into the machine with me? Will you stay with me tonight, Mommy?
Every day, kids at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta ask questions they should never have to. By giving today, you can help us answer them. With your support, our kids get the care and treatment they need. And even a birthday, they'll never forget. Give to Children's for that. Donate today at choa.org/give.
It's happening, guys. Your hair's thinning, the crown's disappearing. Hair loss might have you feeling you've lost your identity. It's Mark Arum here. Thankfully, there's Advanced Hair Simple One-Day Treatment. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's your own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. I've seen Advanced Hair's incredible results with my own eyes. Get your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Dave Baker here for Artisan Custom Closets. Ever been doing the holiday baking, but you can't find the festive sprinkles you put on the reindeer cupcakes? Man, they were right here last year, I think, somewhere. Wouldn't be that way if you had Artisan Custom Closets upgrade your pantry. Your sprinkles would remain at your fingertips all year. Schedule your free design consultation today with a certified master artisan designer at artisancustomclosets.com and reward yourself with affordable luxury over the holidays. artisancustomclosets.com.
Whether it's a slip that ends in a slip disc, a trick knee that's holding you back, or shoulder pain hurting your game, you can count on Northside Hospital Orthopedics. With leading care in Georgia at convenient locations all across the state, we're here to get you back on your feet, no matter what comes your way. Because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving. Find a provider near you at northside.com/ortho. That's northside.com/ORTHO.
Hey folks, it's Belinda. What you have planned this weekend? How about visiting the Lakewood 400 Antiques Market in Cumming, Friday through Sunday this weekend? Grab your spouse or your friends and go on a treasure hunt with over 500 booths. Everything you can imagine, from jewelry, collectibles, sports memorabilia, antiques, furniture, handcrafts, and toys. Every aisle and row is a different adventure. Come on out this weekend to the Lakewood 400 Antiques Market, 1321 Atlanta Highway in Cumming. Visit LakewoodAntiques.com.
Hey friends, have you filed an insurance claim for a roof replacement only to be denied? Are you not sure what to do? You're not alone. Dr. Roof here to help. Hey, it's Mark Arum. Dr. Roof specializes in reviewing the storm damage and getting your roof replaced. They've been around for over 37 years and can help you with all of your options. Don't settle for a denied or partial insurance claim. Get the roof you deserve with Dr. Roof. Online at drroof.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hi there. Good morning. It is 11 o'clock. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by the Next Generation Xfinity 10G network. Our top story is happening right now. Tempers flare at the CDC headquarters here in Atlanta as the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices is meeting. Take a listen.
We're constrained. Have a discussion. This meeting is completely inappropriate for an administration that wants to avoid fraud, waste, and abuse. You are wasting taxpayer dollars by not having scientific, rigorous discussion on issues that truly matter.
Now, the CDC advisory panel discussing the hepatitis B vaccine in newborns. If the panel votes to change the vaccine schedule and is accepted by the CDC director, then it would be a major public health shift dating back more than 30 years. We'll be watching. Check back for updates on this developing story. All right, your weather for today. Cloudy skies, a few rain showers throughout the afternoon and evening. Highs around 49, says WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. She'll have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast straight ahead. The FBI saying this morning they've arrested a man from Virginia in connection with that January 5th and 6th, 2021 pipe bomb attack outside the Democratic National Headquarters and the Republican National Headquarters. Those bombs never detonated, but they were discovered as rioters converged on the Capitol building on January 6th. Scott McFarland has more.
There's been a high volume of uncredible, non-credible, and sometimes hyperbolic conspiracy theories that have saturated social media and saturated some of the political discourse in Washington ever since these bombs were discovered. Perhaps today we get some answers as to what the real reason was for this uncommon, if not historic, attack.
And this might be a good sign. Demand for commercial real estate is now back up. Mark Salavetti with the Commercial Real Estate Development Association saying,
the dry cleaners, the restaurants, the bodegas, all of these are highly dependent upon people being in the office and then utilizing those services.
He says not only is commercial real estate a big source of tax base for municipalities, it greatly impacts the companies around the buildings as well. A pair of Georgia Transit projects getting over $27 million in federal funds for upgrades.
The Federal Transit Administration awards Cobb County's BEEP $6.6 million to replace an aging fleet with autonomous vehicles. The money will launch the Cumberland Autonomous Mobility Network. BEEP says it's the first self-driving vehicle project in the U.S. to receive a low to no emission grant. Meanwhile, MARTA gets the lion's share of the FTA grant. Just under $21 million will be used to purchase 30 new American-made buses to replace older vehicles. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
And finally, new jobless numbers out this morning. Jim Ryan says he's seeing a historic drop.
The consensus among economists was for a slight increase in the number of claims for unemployment benefits, considered an indicator of layoff activity. Instead, the Labor Department says that in the week leading up to November 29th, jobless claims fell by 27,000, down to 191,000 altogether. That's the lowest number reported since late September of 2024.
All right, let's check the markets. The Dow's in positive territory, but only slightly. NASDAQ is down, and so is the S&P. It's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. We say good morning to Alex Williams. He has a look at your roads.
Hey, good morning, Sabrina. Right now, we were watching construction, I should say. It's over in DeKalb County, 20 eastbound, getting past Panola Road, exit 71, left lane block. So that is slowing the ride a bit as you head out to Lithonia. Earlier crash, west side perimeter, 285 southbound, the outer loop at I-20, exit 10. That has since cleared, and still seeing a little bit of volume through Stockbridge on 75 southbound from 675, but improving once you pass Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies today with a few hit-or-miss rain showers, high 49. Lows tonight in the upper 30s with light rain showers moving through. Tomorrow, cloudy and rainy with some heavier downpours at times, high 45. Drying out on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies, high near 50.
It is 45 degrees right now in Tucker and Johns Creek. Here in Atlanta, we have 44 degrees. We'll have more news at 11:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
No, I run this town to be near you.
11:04 on you guessed it, an extremely busy news day Thursday. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to the Mark Arum Show. The crew with you till noon, then Eric Erickson noon to 3 here on the Nifty 750. We are awaiting the breaking news that popped this morning, by the way, during Atlanta's Morning News with Chris Chandler. The FBI has arrested a suspect in the infamous pipe bomb leaving. The bombs didn't really go off, so it wasn't a pipe bombing. But back on January 5th, 2021, a suspect in that, you've all seen that grainy footage of the suspect leaving these pipe bombs that did not detonate in front of the Democratic National Committee headquarters and the Republican National Committee headquarters. And now, coming up on 5 years later, the authorities have arrested a male suspect from Virginia. The DOJ, FBI, we suspect are going to have a joint press conference at some point this afternoon. And we'll, of course, cover that breaking story here on 95.5 WSB. Another big story we've been monitoring is the Admiral that we didn't know his name up until a couple of days ago. Admiral Frank Bradley is meeting behind closed doors with lawmakers in a classified briefing regarding what happened with that narco strike back on September 2nd in the Caribbean. Let's go to Washington, D.C. Arlette Saenz from CNN just a couple of minutes ago on Capitol Hill.
Mitch Bradley is currently briefing lawmakers about these double tap strikes that occurred in the Caribbean on an alleged drug vessel back in September. And we've started to hear from some lawmakers who met with him this morning. He started his day here on Capitol Hill meeting with members of the House Intelligence Committee, and Congressman Jim Himes, who is the top Democrat on the committee, told reporters that what he saw when he watched the video of this strike in that briefing and heard from Admiral Bradley was one of the most troubling things that he's seen in his time in public service. Take a listen.
Admiral Bradley defended the decisions taken, and Admiral Bradley has a storied career, but what I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service. You have two individuals in clear distress, without any means of locomotion, with a destroyed vessel, who were killed by the United States.
So I think it's especially important to note that these lawmakers did see the video of these strikes. That is something that an official had told our colleagues covering the Pentagon that would be shown from Bradley in these briefings. And it comes as lawmakers have said that they want to see this full video, hear the full audio of how this strike transpired, and potentially release this to the public. That is something President Trump expressed some openness to releasing this video just yesterday. But this all comes as lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have intense scrutiny and questions for Admiral Bradley, who is also joined up here by the chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, as they are trying to ascertain more information about these strikes played out. Now, our team that covers the Pentagon reported earlier today that people briefed on the strike said that the Defense Department was arguing that these survivors were still considered to be, quote, in the fight because they had radioed for help and theoretically could continue to traffic any drugs that had been on that boat if they were rescued. It was expected that Bradley would offer this explanation to lawmakers up here on the Hill. But I think one of the big questions we will have for lawmakers after these briefings are whether or not they believe the administration did have the legal authority to take these strikes, this double tap strike, and whether there will be any other oversight or investigations into this matter going forward.
All right, that's Arlette Saenz just moments ago on Capitol Hill. So again, the Admiral right now meeting with our legislative leaders, classified briefing going on, try to get to the bottom of what happened on that double tap strike in the Caribbean on September 2nd. So a big story we're going to monitor, obviously, throughout the day here. We'll see what we get from the committees that are getting that classified briefing with the Admiral. That is something we're going to watch, and we're also going to watch. We expect the DOJ and FBI to hold a press conference, again, updating the breaking news from this morning on Atlanta's Morning News that there is a male suspect's been arrested and connected with those January 5th, 2021 pipe bombs. So just a flurry of news coming down from the nation's capital. 11:09 on the Mark Arum Show. And in the last, 90 seconds, I went from the best athlete in the room to number 2. Joining us live, former Atlanta United goalie Brad Guzan. Brad, good morning. How are you, my friend?
Good morning. Doing well. Thank you for having me.
You probably don't remember the first time you and I met. It was actually back at Costco a couple of years ago.
What a great place.
We were there with Clark Howard in this tour for Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, and my buddy Sanjay's like, that's Brad. And he's like, should I bother him? I'm like, You're Sanjay. He knows who you are. And
Absolutely.
Then he went up and took a picture with you.
I love it. I do remember that. I do remember that.
It was fast. Sorry to interrupt. On behalf of Sanjay, sorry to interrupt your Costco trip.
All good.
So good to have you. So let's talk about Children's Healthcare of Atlanta while you're here. You've done a lot of great work with our friends at CHOA over the years.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, the work that CHOA does in general is fantastic. And for me to be able to be a part of them and help spread the word and all the great work that they are doing, it's inspiring to myself and hopefully to so many others. And obviously this time of year, the holidays, it's always difficult. But when you have a place like CHOA where families can go and know that they're being looked after and loved and cared for in such a fantastic way, it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff. And speaking of Clark Howard, Clark's Christmas Kids kicking off in just a couple of days. You can donate early if you can't make it out to the Walmarts and see Clark and the WSB staff. Just go to WSBradio.com and click on Clark's Christmas Kids. Brad, can I start at the beginning of your illustrious soccer career?
Let's go way back.
So I never played soccer. I was a baseball guy. I probably for the best that I didn't play soccer. But in baseball, you when you're playing Little League baseball or T-ball, like the coaches kind of generally say, all right, you're tall and left-handed, you're going to be our first baseman. You're really short, you're going to be our second baseman. You can't run very well, but you got a good arm, you're going to be our right fielder. I don't know how that works, if it works similarly when it comes to youth soccer. When was it decided, or did you decide, oh, I'm a goalkeeper?
For me, that conversation happened a little bit later.
Okay.
Size was certainly on my side growing up as a kid, and because of that, I was utilized as an outfield player, midfielder, defender, all the things. But then at some point, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough to play on the field at the next level, which was ultimately college. And at that moment is when I transitioned into playing goalkeeper, and haven't looked back since.
Best decision you ever made, probably, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it seemed to have worked out well for me.
When you had to make that decision, were you discouraged? Like, Come on, man. I still got it.
I wasn't. I mean, listen, you always feel like you still have it. I still feel like I have it today.
Yeah.
And you of course, your ego takes a hit. But at the same time, I wanted to play at the next level, and I trusted the people around me that were giving me this information. And like I said, it seemed to work out.
Again, I've never played soccer, but
get on out there. Come on.
I would have to be a goalie at this point. Like, I can't run. Like, I think that people have never played soccer or watched soccer. The amount of stamina needed and the cardiovascular abilities that, aside from goalkeepers, have to do to play the game, it is exhausting just watching it.
That's why I like to say I moved to goalkeeper, because I was tired of the whole running thing. I said, listen, this running thing's not for me, and up and down the field, I'm moving into the back there.
Brad Guzan joining us live in studio here on the Mark Arum Show. I've been in Atlanta since '96, and I had to deal with the city losing a professional hockey franchise. And I was dubious that Atlanta United would be successful here in Atlanta. And I was gladly, wildly wrong. Like, this is a soccer-crazed city now. And you saw it firsthand at the Benz with all the Atlanta United fans.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And listen, I don't think anyone predicted the success and the popularity of the team, of the club within the city, within the country, really, and globally as well. It certainly has taken everyone by storm at the beginning, and as with any professional sports team, there's highs, there's lows. We've experienced both, right? We've had the success early on, we've had the lows, and we certainly want to get back to that success and the smiles on our fans' faces coming into the Benz, because you're right. It is a soccer city, and we've grown. The sport has grown so much here in Atlanta, and so to be able to get back to those winning ways, it's so important.
Now, I've been to World Series games at Turner Field, Truist Park. I've seen monstrous games at Between the Hedges in Georgia and the Georgia Bulldogs. Phenomenal Hawks playoff runs, but I will never forget, back to Sanjay, my soccer buddy, the first time he took me to see the Five Stripes. What an amazing experience that was. It really blew me away and exceeded all my sports expectations.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the atmosphere is phenomenal. And I spoke earlier of the lows, right, that we've experienced as a team and as a club. It does, right? But even during those difficult moments, the fans, the supporters still come out. They turn out in huge numbers, and they let their voices be heard. And they've taken a real ownership of the team, of the club. And I think when you have that, that's when you start to have the sincerity and the passion and the drive coming from outside into the club, right? And of course, you have that as players, you have that as a club on the inside. But when you have that buy-in from everyone around you within the city, it becomes so huge moving forward.
And the Benz itself is such a great venue.
Unbelievable.
I'd watch a cornhole championship if it was held at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So combined with the success of Atlanta United, the amazing venue of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I'm assuming those two things helped Atlanta secure World Cup. Let's start talking about qualifying the U.S. men's team.
Yeah, listen, I mean, the event itself, right? The World Cup is such a huge event, and to be able to now play host to 8 games here at the Benz, the atmosphere, as we mentioned, with Atlanta United is monstrous. It's going to be magnified 10 times, 20 times. It's going to be huge. And I've heard people describe it as 8 Super Bowls back to back to back to back. And that's really what it's going to be like. The watch parties, the excitement, the passion, the influx of fans into our city to be able to experience Atlanta, not only for what the Benz has to offer, but the city itself, the state of Georgia. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
And so the U.S., right, now they've recognized that Atlanta is this soccer capital of the United States. U.S. Soccer is now, they've got their home base down the street.
Yeah.
And so it's a melting of all the perfect worlds of U.S. soccer with the national team. We've got Atlanta United, and now the World Cup is going to be here, and so it's going to be amazing.
I have no doubt Atlanta is going to exceed expectations as a host. What kind of expectations should we set for the men's national team going into this World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's the $1 million question. Everyone wants to know, what is the team going to do? How are they going to do? And listen, when the whistle blows for a World Cup, when you're a host country of a World Cup, everything goes out the window. You've got an entire nation behind you. They're going to feel their voices of the fans and the supporters and just everyone getting behind them, and that's going to give them that little bit extra to go out there and perform at the highest level. And listen, I want to believe that we're going to be winning and lifting the trophy, but certainly that is the ultimate goal. And who says we can't? So why not go out there and give everybody within this country a reason to believe?
How many people have hit you up for tickets already for
Listen,
the World Cup?
I'm on the waiting list through FIFA. Just
we
like
all are.
I know. We're all there, right?
And so don't text Brad looking for tickets.
Correct. And if you've got some, listen, feel free. Drop me a line.
One final question, since I have a soccer expert in studio. Every time I get asked to do a speech at a career day at an elementary school, and I open up to questions, and just to show how involved the youth of Atlanta are in the soccer community, the first question, inevitably, 10 out of 10 times I get from grade schoolers are, Ronaldo or Messi?
I love it.
So, and that puts pressure on me because I know I don't know how to correctly answer that. Is there a correct answer?
I don't know if there's a correct answer, and I'm going to be very political this morning, and I'm going to say, listen, I think they're each very well-rounded in their own ways and how they make their teams better.
Yeah.
Listen, for someone that obviously has gone up against Messi numerous times with Atlanta United, has seen him up close and personal. I think what he does on the field is unbelievable, and so I would give the edge to Messi.
That's better than my answer. I always go Pele.
Yeah, I love it, and then you probably get a few eyebrows saying,
like,
"Wait, what's going on here?"
Yeah, exactly.
But no, that for me is probably the one that takes the cake.
Brad, you are the official soccer ambassador of Atlanta. We love having you in studio. Hopefully we can pick your brain the closer we get to the World Cup and the amazing international experience is going to be here. Folks want to find you on social media. Where can we hit you up?
Instagram, B Gazan.
B Gazan.
B Gazan.
Right.
Easy.
Did someone already steal Brad Gazan?
I mean, I don't know. This is way back when. This is not social media is not my forte, So, but no, the one thing, the last thing I'll leave you guys with is, come on out to the Benz in March. Check out the U.S. soccer games. We got 2 friendlies against Belgium and Portugal. Potentially get to see your boy Ronaldo.
Oh, nice.
And so come on out. Look at watch the team up close and personal. Get a feel for what the World Cups can be like during the summer.
And as Deborah's told me, always good to catch a friendly. I love that. That's how those exhibitions are.
Friendlies are never friendlies.
Yeah,
they're. I mean, the games last month there was a full on brawl.
Yeah, exactly.
At midfield.
It could be misleading, that
absolutely.
Friendly, but it's a great experience. Brad, thanks so much for your time, my friend.
Appreciate it.
All right, when we come back, we're going to hit our top local stories right now, though. 10:20 on the Mark Arum Show. Let's check the ride around town. Let's say hello and good morning to Alex Williams.
Hey, good morning, Mark. Still watching the slow ride out toward the mall at Stonecrest and Lithonia in DeKalb County. It's that left lane construction 20 eastbound near Panola Road. Heads up in Sandy Springs. Very heavy police activity reported from several traffic troopers on Dunwoody Place at Roswell Road. Sandy Springs police asking you to please avoid that area just west of Georgia 400 until further notice. Think about Highway 120 as an alternate there, or 400 itself. Traffic brought to you by the Georgia Lottery. Hey, Georgia, remember you can play Georgia Lottery games from almost anywhere on any device. Go to GALottery.com and click on DigiGames. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
When we came up with the idea for Clark's Christmas Kids 35 years ago, I told myself we were going to help every foster child across the state. But we need your help. To find out how you can make a child's Christmas wishes come true, visit WSBRadio.com.
Each day at Ronald McDonald House Atlanta, we see caregivers walk through our doors with tear-stained faces, siblings with sleepy eyes from a long travel day, and the nervous yet brave smile of a child facing circumstances they can't yet understand. While these families are fighting for their children, we're here to help keep them strong. This is not just where they stay, it is where they're held. It is where they carry each other. Support families. Donate today at ronaldmcdonaldhouseatl.org.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids.
Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
You're building a deck or adding a room? That's wonderful. But if you skip hiring an architect trying to save money, well, the builder's going to need drawings anyway. They're going to hire an architect regardless and mark up their fees to you. That's why it's smarter to start your project at Sketchhouse. Hi, I'm Richard Taylor, architect at Sketchhouse. At Sketchhouse, we'll make sure your plans are code and zoning compliant, they'll be creative, and they will look great. You're going to save thousands of dollars with Sketchhouse Architects. We're going to make this easy for you. Go to sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, H-A-U-S, sketchhouse.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The holidays are here, friends, so let my friends at Publix help you save money by shopping the buy one, get one deals every week. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. BOGOs galore at your neighborhood Publix supermarkets. Check out the BOGO deals before you shop, by the way. Expert tip. You can find the weekly ad online at Publix.com or in the Publix app. My favorite experience at Publix are the BOGOs. Free item must be of equal or lesser value, of course. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
11:26 on the Mark Arum Show. How very cool to have Brad Guzan here in studio. I'm going to post a picture on my Instagram account at Mark Arum, MarkArum. For you soccer fans wondering who's the United States going to play, the 2026 World Cup draw will take place tomorrow at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in D.C. at noon Eastern. So we should do a watch party tomorrow, Deborah, after the
There are
after we get
plenty
off
of
the
watch
show.
parties going on around the city.
Just for the World Cup draw. The much-awaited summer tournament will take place in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, kicking off June 11th in Mexico City. Good stuff. Brad Guzan, what a great dude. Sabrina, she's great as well. She's got your news, weather, and traffic at 3. When we come back, we'll update the big breaking news out of D.C. and our top local stories. Check out Instagram. I'm going to post that picture of Brad and I at Mark Arum, MarkArum.
Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers. My dad, Mike. Dad, what's the all-time best Christmas gift?
Diamond studs. Everybody needs a pair.
And ours don't break the bank. Real diamonds set in gold from just $275. And with D. Geller & Son's lifetime upgrade, get 100% of what you paid towards a bigger pair anytime for life.
We also have diamond jackets for $5.95 that go around the studs to instantly change the look.
So come spend the holidays with the experts at D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Let me tell you one of the reasons I think we became the largest injury firm in the world, and it's not even close. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My wife and I had a plan early on. In our firm, our lawyers only work on certain types of cases. Our products liability and dangerous drug lawyers only work on those cases. Same for car crashes, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, and insurance disputes. Our thinking is for these lawyers to focus on one area of the law and live it and breathe it. Power comes from knowledge. Many lawyers do everything, jack of all trades. Not us. And we don't charge an hourly rate. You only pay us if we win. If you want to hire us, it's easy. Dial Pound Law on your cell phone, pound 529, or visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer from the comfort of your own home. Let us get to work for you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. To claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now. 404-400-1170.
Hey, it's Mark Arum here. My friends at Rocco's European Garage once again stepping up for the 35th annual Clark's Christmas Kids, helping make sure every child in Georgia's foster care system wakes up with presents this Christmas. Thank you to the team at Rocco's European Garage.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News, weather,
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk. It is 11:30. Good morning. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by Main Street Auto. We do have breaking news right now. Emergency crews on the scene of a shooting. This is in Roswell. According to Roswell police, it's a shooting that involved an officer. We have just talked to Sergeant Leon Milholland with Sandy Springs Police. Sergeant, tell us what happened and where.
It happened in the area of Roswell Road and Dunwoody Place. Officers arrived on scene, made contact with an individual, was speaking with an individual. During the course of the conversation, the individual was shot. We are now conducting an active investigation as to the incident.
All right. Thank you so much for talking with us. No word at this point on the condition of that person shot. Check back for updates on this breaking story. All right. Your weather for today. Cloudy skies, a few rain showers throughout the afternoon and evening with a high near 50. WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards will have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast straight ahead. This just in, we have learned that 4 law enforcement sources have now identified the suspect in that January 5th and 6th, 2021 pipe bomb attack outside the Democratic National Headquarters and the Republican National Headquarters as 30-year-old Brian Cole of Woodbridge, Virginia. Justice correspondent Scott McFarland says that while the device did not detonate, they had an impact on the events that day.
Police have been clear
Those devices were discovered just as the rioters were approaching the Capitol January 6th and detoured and distracted police at a sensitive and dangerous moment, allowing the riotous mob to get further access to the Capitol grounds and eventually the Capitol itself.
And the arrest today is a massive breakthrough in the nearly 5-year federal investigation. So far, no word on a motive. This is new at 11:30. Georgians are living longer. Life expectancy in our state increasing by more than 1.5 years. It's now almost 76 years that people live here in our state. Women tend to live longer than men. Overall, life expectancy across the United States is up. Most people living to almost 78.5 years old. Hawaii has the highest life expectancy at 80. West Virginia, the lowest, just over 72 years old there. Happening now, the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices meeting at CDC headquarters here in Atlanta. The panel may vote to recommend changes to the vaccine schedule for newborns, the hepatitis B vaccine in particular. Check back for updates. Well, it's ranked as the 10th worst truck bottleneck in the country, and it's right here. We'll hear update plans tonight on how to transform the I-20, I-285 interchange on Atlanta's west side.
There are several different plans to reimagine the long, congested interchange, including widening or reconstructing several ramps connecting the interstates, adding new off-ramps onto nearby side roads, and getting rid of others that can jam up traffic. The Georgia DOT will update those plans during tonight's community meeting, which starts at 6 at the Fulton County Airport on Aviation Circle. The interchange isn't even the worst in Atlanta. In fact, recent rankings from American Transportation put Spaghetti Junction in DeKalb County as the 4th worst in the country. I-75 and 285 in Cobb, the 6th worst. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
All right, U.S. applications for unemployment benefits fell to their lowest level in more than 3 years last week. According to the Labor Department, the number of Americans applying for jobless benefits for the week ending November 29 fell to 191,000. The previous week, it was 218,000. This could further complicate the Federal Reserve's upcoming decision on interest rates. Let's take a look at the markets. The Dow right now is down 30 at 47,852. NASDAQ is up, but only slightly, and the S&P is in the red. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams in the WSB 24-hour traffic center.
Hey, Sabrina, right now we're still watching a slow zone on the East Freeway. It's that left lane construction in DeKalb. 20 eastbound Panola Road exit 71. Downtown, tapping the brakes. 75-85 northbound, leaving I-20 as you pass Freedom Parkway. And in regards to that police activity in the Roswell-Sandy Springs area, it looks like most of it's concentrated on Dunwoody Place, which is right off Roswell Road. If you want to avoid that, you can use Roberts Drive to get around that near Georgia 400. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Cloudy and cool today, high 49. A few hit-or-miss rain showers for this afternoon. They'll continue into the evening hours, lows tonight in the upper 30s. Tomorrow, cloudy and cold, highs limited to the mid-40s. Scattered rain showers for tomorrow afternoon, tapering off in the evening hours. Dry but cloudy for Saturday, high near 50.
44 degrees in Smyrna. It's 45 here in Buckhead and 43 degrees in Kennesaw. We'll have more news at noon. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
When the news matters to you.
The massive project at 285 and Georgia 400 has been a big improvement.
95.5 WSB has you covered.
The latest incident comes when a SWAT team is called after a suspect.
Your 24/7 news
They
source.
had no ties to a gang.
When you need the story, all you need to do is listen. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's breaking news station.
Coming up next, we'll update the big breaking news out of D.C. Plus, we are finally allowed to reveal the 2025 Mark Arum Show Christmas card. Straight ahead on 95.5 WSB.
Normally, they put a roof over your head, but this is the time of year that Findlay Roofing also puts presents under trees. Merry Christmas! It's Dave Baker, host of the Home Fix-It Show. My friends at Findlay Roofing, the Roof guys, are proud to support Clark's Christmas Kids again this year. Findlay will donate $100 from every roof replacement between now and December 14th. Finley has committed to donate at least $15,000 to Clark's Christmas Kids. Santa would be proud, and Rufus is proud too. And if it's time to replace your roof, please think of Findlay first. With over 65,000 roofs replaced locally, they've mastered the process with impeccable, high-quality work. 'Tis the season to give yourself the gift of a new roof while helping give a Merry Christmas to local foster children. Get started right now. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
'Tis the season. Have you gotten your flu shot?
At All Care, our experienced flu specialists are dedicated to providing comprehensive and personalized care, from vaccines to testing to treatment. And you can walk right in to any of All Care's 15 Atlanta locations and access our unique combination of primary and immediate care under a single roof. For flu season and beyond, say goodbye to waiting for the doctor and say hello to All Care, a proud member of the Piedmont Clinically Integrated Network.
2 homes, same street, same layout, but one had an orchard sign and sold for a whole lot more. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler, and here's why that matters. The first seller went the traditional route. Weeks of showings, price drops, frustration. In the end, they settled for less. The second seller chose Orchard and got ahead. Their agent knew what buyers wanted, made smart upgrades, and marketed the home like a pro. It sold fast and for top dollar. And here's the kicker. With Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, that seller had already moved into their new place before the old one even hit the market. No last-minute cleanings, no strangers walking through during dinner, no stress. You're not stuck. You don't have to wait. You can move now and still sell for more. Start your free home valuation today at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday.
Trying to guess the artist. I know the song.
In the air, there's a
Feliciano. For Alive, says
No,
Deborah Green.
Far from it.
All right. Welcome back to the Mark Arum Show, 1147. We're going to get the latest on the big stories out of D.C. first, but we just got confirmation, Deborah. The Mark Arum Show annual Christmas cards went in the mail yesterday. You and Vinny Drip did a great job getting them signed, sealed, delivered, and out the door. And you've already heard from a listener who received her one day after they hit the mail.
Yeah, she must live down near Palmetto because that's where we took them. But yeah, Donna, one of our listeners, said thank you for the card. So somebody got one already. So there you go. Merry Christmas, Donna.
Great job, United States Postal Service, already getting Donna's Christmas card. And traditionally, as we don't do the reveal of what the Christmas card looks like until they actually hit mailboxes. They've officially hit Donna's mailbox, so we can officially release what the Christmas card looks like. You did.
I did 2 this year.
So there's one that's the actual physical Christmas card, and then Deborah did a digital AI one. Do you want to tweet them out, and then I'll retweet you? Can you do that?
Sure, I can do that.
All right. So Deborah's got at Rockstress FM, and I'll retweet her. But I wish I had a prize to give Donna for getting the first Mark Arum
She
Show.
got the Christmas
She
card.
got the Christmas card. Oh,
There's
by the way,
there's only a couple hundred of those.
I forgot to give a hat tip to David in Roswell. He won our tickets to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra. So that's awesome. Good job, USPS. What? I mean, literally, you guys dropped them in the mail yesterday, and they're already hitting mailboxes.
Yeah. Tuesday, I guess. Tuesday afternoon. So I don't know when the mail goes
Still
out
very
there.
good.
Yeah.
Still a very good job there. All right, let's update our top stories coming out of Washington, D.C. First, the story that broke on Atlanta's Morning News. The FBI's arrested a man from Virginia in connection with the January 5th and 6th, 2021 pipe bomb attack outside the Democratic National Headquarters and the Republican National Headquarters. CBS Justice correspondent Scott McFarland says that while the devices did not detonate, they had an impact on the events of January 6th.
We know it's a man from Virginia arrested just after 8 a.m. Eastern Time in the Washington, D.C. suburbs of Virginia by the FBI's Washington field office. We expect this man to make a court appearance as early this afternoon at the Washington, D.C. federal courthouse. And at that point, we find out not just the who, but perhaps of great importance, the why.
So the DOJ and or the FBI is going to hold a press conference getting more details on this male from Virginia. That's all we know right now. It was a guy from Virginia that was arrested. I'm assuming he is the prime suspect or at very least related to the pipe bomb incident. So as soon as that press conference goes live, we will bring the latest here throughout the day, no matter when it happens here on 95.5 WSB. Another big story on Capitol Hill was the closed room classified briefing going on with our lawmakers and Admiral Frank Bradley. He has shot into the news cycle recently. He was the commander on September 2nd, receiving orders from the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on that narco boat strike. The question is that second strike, that double tap that killed the 2 surviving members of that alleged narco boat. What exactly happened? So apparently, I don't know if the briefing's completely over, but we're starting to hear from lawmakers that were in that briefing. Congressman Jim Hines, the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, sounded the alarm after being briefed by Admiral Bradley and General Kane.
What I saw in that room was one of the most troubling things I've seen in my time in public service. You have 2 individuals in clear distress, without any means of locomotion, with a destroyed vessel, who are killed.
So that's
by the United States.
Jim Hines, Connecticut Congressman, Democrat. More from Hines after he came out of that committee.
Admiral Bradley and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff did the right thing. Admiral Bradley defended the decisions taken, and Admiral Bradley has a storied career, and he has my respect.
All right, so there you go. I don't know if that briefing is over, but we're starting to get some information. The question that we've been asking, and we've been to D.C. twice on this story already today, is will we see the video of that questionable? I don't even know the proper terminology, right? This is all still alleged. We don't know exactly. Are we going to see the video of that second tap strike on that narco boat? Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth said he saw the initial strike live on September 2nd and then left the room where he was watching it to do other things. He said he did not see that second strike. So we're gonna try to get more information out of that committee. One more Hegseth story. The IG released a study on that whole Signal app controversy. Hegseth and the administration saying it's complete exoneration. Democrats are saying no. Just reading from, I'll let you make your own decision. This is from the IG review. I'm just going to read what they put out. The Secretary's communication of non-public DoD information created additional risks to U.S. forces and missions. And then it continues. The Secretary sent information identifying the quantity and strike times of manned U.S. aircraft over hostile territory over an unapproved, unsecured network approximately 2 to 4 hours before the execution of those strikes. Although the Secretary wrote in his July 25th statement to the DoD OIG that, quote, there were no details that would endanger our troops or mission, end quote, if this information had fallen to the hands of U.S. adversaries, Houthi forces might have been able to counter U.S. forces or reposition personnel and assets to avoid planned U.S. strikes. Even though these events did not ultimately occur, the Secretary's actions created a risk to operational security that could have resulted in failed U.S. mission objectives and potential harm to U.S. policy. So that is from the IG review. I certainly don't think that's a full exoneration. Now, I don't know if it's a fireable offense or anything, but I think that is far from a full exoneration. All right, Deborah, good job. Just tweet it out. I'm going to retweet now the Mark Arum Show Christmas card, the OG paper version and the digital Christmas sweater version, which I like too. I really like that one a lot. So they're up now on Twitter at Rocksters FM. I'll post them on Instagram. And I did post the picture on Instagram and in my story of former Atlanta United goalie Brad Guzan. Fantastic stuff. He was such a nice guy.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to do some work with him for the World Cup.
You know, I work with Longoria and Dr. Joe and Shelley and Erickson, so I'm used to being the greatest athlete in the room at all times inside of WSB Radio. That was uncomfortable for me, for not knowing that I was, oh, you're actually a better athlete than me. I was the third best athlete.
I was never a Division I athlete.
But you're a gymnast, which is truly athletic. All right, a couple of stories. Deborah, let's talk about, this is, as we're heading up to Christmas, a lot of shoppers are getting hit with surprise tariffs doing their Christmas shopping. How big are these puppies?
Yeah, so a lot of us shop online, right? It's a lot easier. You don't want to deal with the store, and there's just things that you can't find here. Yes, Herd Bet. So a lot of people have been ordering things just like you normally would, but when it comes to actually pick them up, there's an additional tariff charge that the store didn't put on your original price. So say you were paying $50 for a new set of Legos, right? And that was like, oh, great. But when you actually go to pick up the Legos, they're asking you, oh, no, you got to pay this additional shipping tariff, which also might be $50. So a lot of people are saying that.
Is it Denmark? Is that where Legos are from?
Yes.
That's where most of them come from.
That's where they originated from.
So I told you this a couple months ago. My buddy ordered baseball cards from the United Kingdom, and he thought he was paying $300 for this box of cards. And then they got delivered, and he had to pay an additional $300 tariff on those cards. And he was like, so It's shocking.
Right, and if you so some people are saying like you don't want to pay it because they're like, no, I already paid for this.
Yeah.
Well, then it goes back to the shipper, and you can kind of go back and forth, but then you have to pay late fees on top of it. So it's almost double what you're paying for.
We're all pinching pennies now heading into Christmas. No more Whataburger Wednesday. That's how severe it is out there.
No more.
One more Christmas-related story. Hopefully kids aren't listening. We have now confirmation where most parents hide Christmas presents. Now, not the presents Santa brings down the chimney, but parents will give kids Christmas gifts. Where are most parents hiding their Christmas gifts?
All right, they're kind of in obvious places, right? Maybe the back of a closet in mom and dad's bedroom. They got the big walk-in closet, or the top shelf or something like that. And then the other place, which is a little bit better, is in the car, like in the trunk, because kids aren't probably going to go looking around the trunk. They got to drive around with them. So those are the two spots that parents are trying to hide their gifts at.
Didn't I see the hamper? Like someone put it in a clothes hamper? That's kind of dirty.
That is dirty.
Well, our kids are not going to go into the hamper. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
That
was the logic.
Yeah.
Like, where do you have
our closet?
Your closet.
Yeah. Our closet in our bedroom.
It makes
it's
sense.
Locked. It's locked.
The whole bedroom is locked.
Yeah, I mean the whole room is.
You still lock your bedroom door?
I do. Yeah.
Padlock with one of those chain
not a
locks
padlock.
too.
It's just the normal lock that's on the door. Just a normal lock.
In my head, I'm envisioning a deadbolt and one of those chain guys, and
they don't want to. They don't need to walk in on this.
If I'm
coming out of the shower or something, they don't need to see that.
Is there a peephole?
No. I'm just like, who is it?
Like a Kramer.
Who is it?
Kramer Newman peephole, the reverse peephole.
It's me. Let me in.
You lock your Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I love it.
Everybody.
All right. Yeah. So your Christmas gifts are safe.
Oh yeah, they're safe.
Vinny, where did your parents hide the Christmas gifts when you were growing up?
I caught them one time in the back trunk.
Back trunk of the car.
And when I was like, Mom, what is this? She was like, you're not supposed to look back.
That's for your sister. The good child. The good child. Now, the car is smart because what kid's going to go in the trunk? But that's also risky. Like, if you keep all the Christmas gifts in the car and your car gets jacked or broken into.
Yeah, you're just driving around with Christmas gifts.
Or that's a handmade excuse for parents to be like, I got you this. I got you everything you wanted for Christmas, but we had it in the trunk.
They robbed us.
And Alex Williams stole our stuff. Oh, there he is. 11:48 on the Mark Arum Show. How are we doing on the roads, Alex?
Not too bad out there right now, Mark. We're still watching that construction. Left lane to be out there till about 2 o'clock this afternoon into cab. I-20 eastbound, Panola Road, exit number 71. 75 southbound, a few brake lights as well in Stockbridge from 675 down toward Jodico Road. And you got that police activity in the Sandy Springs area, shutting down Dunwoody Place just off of Roswell Road. Use Roberts Drive as the alternate there. Traffic brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about their support of Common Threads and nutrition education at anthem.com/dream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia, Inc. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
The news of the day through the eyes of Eric Von Hessler.
This might help, young man. This might cure what ails you.
If it's on your mind, it's on his.
I run a stupid little radio show. I don't care. Have fun.
Eric Von Hessler, today at 3.
Your friend, Eric Von Hessler, the Common Sense host.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
A healthy home is a Breda home. They keep yours bug and critter free inside and out. Breda's also proud to sponsor Scotts Leach, Georgia, every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
I'm so excited to hear my son's band play tonight. They've been, be right back. They've been rehearsing, bathroom break. Overactive bladder can mean missing out on life's moments, navigating life around the nearest bathroom instead of the next experience. Medtronic therapies have treated nearly 500,000 people worldwide with bladder or bowel control problems. Let Medtronic show you what's possible. Visit medtronic.com/bladderhelp to learn how.
Hey folks, it's Belinda. What you have planned this weekend? How about visiting the Lakewood 400 Antiques Market in Cumming, Friday through Sunday this weekend? Grab your spouse or your friends and go on a treasure hunt with over 500 booths. Everything you can imagine, from jewelry, collectibles, sports memorabilia, antiques, furniture, handcrafts, and toys. Every aisle and row is a different adventure. Come on out this weekend to the Lakewood 400 Antiques Market, 1321 Atlanta Highway in Cumming. Visit LakewoodAntiques.com.
You've thought about assisted living for your parents, but maybe the right answer is renovating your home and having mom or dad move in. I'm Richard, Chief Architect at Sketch House, where we create custom architectural drawings for homeowners looking to remodel. Why get drawings first? You'll know what's possible. You'll be able to get pricing and compare builders apples to apples, and builders love drawings. You'll get bumped to the top of their list with drawings in hand. Let Sketch House help you make a decision about your aging parents at a fixed price. Visit sketchhouse.com. That's sketch, HAUS.com.
Spend your time with those who matter most this holiday season and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. There are no showings, no open houses, and the best part, there is no stress. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Go to markspain.com and start packing.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We know you can get your holiday gifts anywhere these days, but knowing your loved one's gift was crafted by master jewelers? It's a difference everyone can see and feel, no matter the price. All of our fine jewelry begins with a vision by our in-house designers. Then, we ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. It's why our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive, free lifetime warranty that covers everything and doesn't cost a dime. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship. Because a friend wants your fine jewelry to be nothing short of perfect. Come see for yourself. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, USDA Choice boneless strip steaks in the family pack are only $9.99 a pound with your digital coupon. Limit 5. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, it's Mark Aram here. I absolutely love this time of year because it's time for the 35th annual Clark's Christmas Kids. And once again, my friends at Rocco's European Garage stepping up in a huge way. They've been loyal supporters for years, helping make sure that every child in Georgia's foster care system receives gifts on Christmas morning. So a big thank you to the team at Rocco's European Garage who are committed to making a difference. And join us in supporting Clark's Christmas Kids to help bring joy to children who deserve it this holiday season.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join Medi-Share and save even more than usual. For many families, joining Medi-Share means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are part of healthcare sharing now because it just makes so much sense right now. And Medi-Share is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. Medi-Share has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's December 15th. Call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la.
11:54 on the Mark Aram Show. Happy 52nd birthday to Tyra Banks. She's been on the show before. Happy 76th birthday to the dude, Jeff Bridges. He has not been on the Mark Aram Show. Speaking of the Mark Aram Show, the Christmas cards posted. The big celebrity reveal, right? We've been telling everyone there's a celebrity on the Christmas card this year. It is Deborah, the incomparable.
It's Fred Blankenship.
Freddie B is on the Christmas card, courtesy of the picture he took with
Good
Vinny.
job, Vin.
Yeah, Vinny Drip right there. Fred, I know, is a dog owner and a lover. I am. Longoria is. Deborah is. Correspondent Michael George reports on the science why being a dog owner is good for you.
We know that owning a dog can boost your mental health, but new research adds to the evidence. A study in Japan found children who own dogs had more microbial diversity in their gut microbiomes. Researchers say these changes may influence the brain, leading to more empathy. Social problems are significantly lower in children who own dogs.
So aside from the health benefits of your brain and dogs are awesome and all, the biological gut health.
What does that mean for you?
That means I didn't have a dog growing up.
Oh.
So that's why my gut health is horrible as an adult. So all of my issues, the fact that I have to drink Lactaid eggnog, is all because my parents wouldn't get me a dog. To be fair, I didn't ask for a dog. I asked for an Atari.
Really?
Well,
Did you get either one?
Well, the only dogs I knew were my cousin's Doberman Pinschers that scared the bejesus out of me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold off on the dogs. But now, in hindsight, I wish. But that's why my gut health is so bad. So Longoria, you got, what's your Daisy? Ugh. You got Daisy the dog. The Longoria girls are going to have good gut health.
Yeah, they're not going to be like you.
According to scientists in Japan. That's awesome. Go adopt a dog, friends. Go do it. We have a dog of the month up at WSBRadio.com.
Longoria's Fact of the Day.
All right, today's National Cookie Day. And the first cookies were created in the 7th century, Persia. After sugar became more common there were a small amount of cake batter used to test oven temperatures. And by the 14th century...
What a happy accident.
Yeah, by the 14th century, cookies had spread to Europe and become a popular snack.
Allie's Cookies Emery. I guess I'm going to head there. We should have had cookies today. You got to give me an advance notice on these, Longoria. We could have been swimming in cookies from Allie's at Emery.
That's good.
I love that. The cookie was invented by the Persians by accident. They were just testing out cake batter.
Yeah, they were just testing out the temperature in the ovens.
Cookie. They got a cookie. All right. That was worthy of star of the show, I think.
And now,
Maybe.
are you guys ready for the Mark Aram Star of the Show?
Alex Williams gets one from yesterday. I mentioned I left my wallet at the station. Alex had the bright idea, the genius idea, to take a picture of my driver's license and text it to me. Phenomenal job, Alex. Star of the show. He didn't even know he was getting it. I'll give you one, Longoria. That was good. Vinny, you did a good job. Deborah, amazing as always. Our guests, Brad Garrett jumped in on the breaking news of the arrest of the pipe bomb suspect, a man from Northern Virginia. Brad came in with the breaking news. Emma Hurt from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, she covers trains, planes, and automobiles, told us that Delta lost $200 million because of the record-long government shutdown. Natalie Brand from CBS joined us live in D.C. Travel expert Peter Greenberg. Jimmy from Yellowstone. Now we need Jimmy from Seinfeld. Jimmy digging you. Jefferson White is his real name. Brad Guzan, former goalie for Atlanta United. Am I forgetting anyone, Deborah? I usually forget at least one star of the show.
I think that's it.
Oh, I bought myself breakfast. I was on a food island because no one else wanted to eat this morning. I got to keep pace with you, Longo. I'm sorry. Social medias. I got the picture of Brad. I got the Christmas card up. It's at Mark Arum, MarkArum. Stay safe. Have a great Thursday. Tomorrow on the show, Patton Oswalt and Clark Howard.